Now audible? Now? Yes. Okay, Alva. Yes, good afternoon. Now, today we will be continuing with respect to the geography and the places in use. Now, the first topic here is, it is about lithium. Now, why lithium was in use and what is lithium? And the third one here is, why lithium is important. The first and the foremost one here is, what is lithium? And the second thing, why lithium was in use? And the third major important one, why this is important for India. Why it is important for India. Now first one, why it was in use? It is as simple as that. The Geological Survey of India, Doru, they have identified what? They have identified a lithium resource. Nothing but this is just inferred. What do you mean by inferred? Nothing but it is the outcome. Inferred is as simple as that. It is just what? It is just a guess about the quality and about the quantity. About the quality and quantity, it is just a guesswork. This is about our first one. The Geological Survey of India has inferred, saying that we have got approximately the 5.9 million, the 9.9 million tons of the lithium has been identified at where? Identified at, it is J&K. It is as simple as that. It is Salal Haryana. Okay, Alva. Now, if you are discussing about the first and the foremost one, about J&K ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it is the first and the foremost one about the J&K. Now, the recent one here is, why J&K was in use? After identification of the 5.9 million tons of resources, we call it as lithium. And I have said, lithium is just what? Inferred. Now, what do you mean by inferred? It is just a guess. It is just a guess about the quality and quantity. We are exactly, it is not sure about, it is 5.9, it is million tons. This is the first news. And the second news, why J&K was in news? Recently, the Chief Minister of the J&K as sworn in as what? As the first Chief Minister of the J&K, we call it as the newly formed Union Territory. Now, who is the Chief Minister? It is Omar Abdullah. We call it as Omar Abdullah has been. It is the sworn in as, it is the first Chief Minister of newly formed, I can say Union Territory, we call it as the J&K. Newly formed Union Territory, we call it as the J&K. Okay, Alva? This is about the first one. And the second one, why J&K is important? Now, the third major important one, J&K, it is recent agi, we have gone for a production of, it is the largest producer of, it is the saffron in India. It is, we call it as J&K. It is J&K. It is as simple as that. It is a structure or a soil. Now, which soil is majorly famous for cultivation of saffron? It is Kareva Formation. We have seen it at again J&K. Now, J&K, we have two important freshwater lakes. We call it as Yav Lake. It is the Dal Lake, and the second one we call it as, it is the Dal Adadmele. It is as simple as that. It is Lunar Lake, or I can say it is second one yadu. It is Ular Lake. Exactly, yes. It is the Ular, the lake. Avdalvam. Idadmele. Now, why J&K was in use? The the next major important news here is we have two important capitals. We have two important capitals. We call it as the Srinagar and it is the Jammu. Srinagar and the Jammu anta matarthivi. Adadmele J&K, it is also in news with respect to abrogation of the 370, and we have created two important duties. We call it as the J&K, and the second one we call it as the Ladakh. The newly formed one we call it as Ladakh anta. Okay, alva. This is all about the first and the foremost one we call it as about J and K ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Now again back to it is the first news about lithium. It is lithium news ali. It's as simple as that. We have inferred about the resources called as the 5 million tons of resources has been identified in Salal Haimana, and the Salal Haimana which is present in where? Which is present in Jammu and Kashmir. This is about our first news. And second news about lithium, we have agreed to import lithium from where? It is lithium from Argentina. Now why Argentina was in news? Now where is Argentina? Where is Argentina? The first and the foremost one here is location of Argentina. We call it as South America. First one, okay na? And the second one, why this Argentina was in news? It is recent India's, I can say, agreed to import the lithium from Argentina. Adibittu they have signed to be a part of BRICS, but last momentally they withdrew. Yes or no? They withdrew on yavaga. It is on 1st January. It is 2024. It is 1st January 2024. It is we have withdrew from the BRICS part. Exactly, yes. Done. Okay, Alva. At Lakshmanya, exactly, yes. The Belgaminda, okay, thank you. Okay, Siddharaju, exactly, yes. It is Ular Lake, and the second one we call it as the Dal Lake. We have discussed. And the next one, major important one, it is in South America. How do? Okay. Okay, Alva. Last video, 4 question ಬಂದಿದೆ ಇವತ್ತು VAO ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Last one class ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಾ at least paper? Sir, ನೋಡಲ್ಲ sir ನಾವು. It is last the part 2 ಇಂದ. It is our part 2 of our Sunday MANTHAN ಇಂದ. It is the 4 questions. Yes, ನೀವು ಮನೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ I'll upload all the questions. Minimum 40 question ಬಂದಿದೆ from my classes. Okay, alva. We'll see all those things. It is BRICS ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ the first and the foremost one BRICS. Now what do we mean by BRICS? It is the Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. Now the first expansion took place in which year? It is took place in the year 2010 ali. 2010 by addition of South Africa. And the next addition, the largest expansion of BRICS took place in which year? In the year 2023 nali. In the year 2023, that is in the 15th BRICS summit. It is the 15th BRICS summit, the 2023, which was held at where? Ilnaditapa. It is Johannesburg. It is Johannesburg. It is in South Africa. And ee varshad kelilla. It is the last year's, the 15th, the edition or the 15th summit of BRICS, which took place at, I can say, a place called as Johannesburg. Johannesburg ellide. It is South Africa dalide. But ee varsha, it is the 2024th. Which edition is this? It is the 16th edition. The 16th edition of the BRICS summit. It is ongoing at a place called as Kazan. Ongoing at a place called as Kazan. It is in where? It is in Russia. Okay, alva. It is in Russia dali. Now what is the outcome of this Kazan? It has been attended by how many countries? It is not 5 countries, rather it is 10 countries. Now which is the other 5? It is as simple as that. It is 5 includes 3 from Asia. 3 from Asia, 1 which includes Iran, and the second one which includes It is Saudi Arabia, and the third one which includes UAE. The third one which includes UAE, and one it is two from Africa. It is Ethiopia, and the second one we call it as Egypt. Total agi it is the 5 countries has been added. Argentina has been dropped. Argentina has been, it is denied entry to the BRICS. Denied entry to the BRICS bucket. Yes, you should be thorough with respect to the 16th edition. Also, it is ongoing at where? It is Kazan, Russia. Yes, either the question will be on this year, either the question will be on SEO or the question will be on the BRICS part. Yes, you should be sure about the content. Okay, now this is about, I can say, Argentina. See, either topic bandaga, at least you should have some 3 or 4 pointers ready. If I am discussing about JNK andaga, it has some 3 or 4 points. Other recent pointers. Now, don't you think the first point becomes important? It's the first chief minister of JNK, the newly formed union territory. Highly important one. And the second major important one here is recent Sonam Wangchu was also news. The Sonam Wangchu, who is this Sonam Wangchu? It is the climate change activist. He is demanding a 6th schedule status, and he is also demanding what? He is also demanding it is for the provision of the statehood status too. It is Ladakh region. Statehood, a status kodi namge for the Ladakh region. And this Ladakh is also called as what? It's the largest union territory also. Largest union territory also. And either jotage, it is JNK, it is in news now. It is with respect to what? It is the border tensions between, it is India and China. Recently we have agreed also. Now, which regions has been agreed now? Yav regions conflict itappa? It is Galwan Bittu. Big nilli. It is which region has been resolved now by India and China. India and the China related to border issues. Related to border issues ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it is India and China, they have gone for an agreement. They have gone for an agreement to resolve the issues. Now majorly related to 3 important regions. One we call it as the Galwan region or the Galwan Valley. Idu nimge gottide. And the 2 major important one we call it as Depsang. Kelidira? It is Depsang Plains and the Demchong. It is Depsang and it is Demchong. It is Demchong region. Example keltar. It is Depsang Plains and it is Demchong region, which was in conflict between which 2 countries? Which 2 countries? It is India and China, are related to LAC. What is LAC? It is line of actual control. It is line of actual control. It is line of actual control related to, it is Aksai Chin. Related to a conflict, we call it as Aksai Chin region. Aksai, the Chin region anta. Exactly on, exactly yes, exactly how. Okay, alva. This is with respect to your the basic part. And the next continued part we call it as we have discussed about what it is GSA again. No, GSA again. No, we'll also discuss about what do you mean by lithium also one by one. Now the first news part is done, and we also discuss about what do you mean by inferred resources. Inferred resources is nothing but as simple as that, just a guesswork. We are not sure about what can be the number of tons. Based on the inferred one, we have come to conclusion saying that we have 5.9 million tons of the ore. It is not a resource, rather it is the ore identa. Okay, alva. This is about our news. And the second major important one, what do you mean by lithium? What do you mean by lithium? Now, as simple as that, lithium andre, it is called as the white gold. Yes or no? As simple as that, it is called as white gold. Now, why it is called as white gold? It is called as white gold. Why not black? It is white is nothing but it is required by all the countries. It is required at present. Why it is required at present? Because of its nature, because of its characteristic features. Now, sir, what is the nature and what is the characteristic features? The first and foremost nature here is it is soft in nature and it is silvery material. It is the silvery and white metal. Now, because of this features, it is used in use martadivi. We are using this in major agi, it is batteries. We are using this in, I can say, it is as an alloys, nuclear reactors only, and it is used in the wider applications only. It is because of this need, we are majorly using this in batteries. Now which batteries? It is EV batteries, majorly EV batteries. Now don't you think after COP21, which took place in which year? It is 2015 we have taken initiative saying that we need to achieve a net neutrality. We need to achieve a net neutrality, and we should also achieve what? Eco-friendly resources. Now ella karanagalinda, it is we are searching for a battery that can store maximum electricity, and which has the capacity. It is one of the metal, we call it as lithium, has the capacity to store maximum, it is energy. One of the maximum it is stored in, it is this lithium resource. Okay, Alva, it is this about the first one, and we have discussed about what it is the application part also. And the third major important one, sir, which country has the maximum? It is resource. Yadop maximum is it is the maximum resource which is present in where? It is maximum resource which is present in highly nenpitkolli. It is Chile as the highly important one. Now where is Chile? It is South America, first one. And the second maximum here is Australia. Australia there. It is Australia continent there. Australia a continent. And the third major important one, we call it as Argentina. Okay, Alva. This is about the world resources. Now, India's resources idya. Do we have resources in India? Obviously, we also have resources in India, and that includes our Karnataka also. It is one of the first. I can say one of the first. It is the region to identify. One of the first region to identify lithium resource areas in Karnataka. Karnataka distance idave. We have approximately 14,000 tons which are present in India. Yellappa Karnataka. It is Mandya district only. We have at Mandya a district. Now Mandya district ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, this Mandya district is also called as what? It is sugar. It is sugar the city and we call it as the sugar a city. Highly important one. The second major important one Mandya ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬೇಬಿನ it is second major important one. It is we have which dam? It is we have, I can see, the KRS a dam in Mandya. And the third news nodadadre, recently with respect to Dasara, who has got it is the first, I can say, award with respect to tablets. It is Mandya has got the first award with respect to Dasara because of showcasing a wildlife, I can say, conservation at Ranganatittu bird sanctuary. Second status Dharwad sikkide. Second status is Dharwad, and the third status yarge? It is Chamraj Nagar. The third status here is the Chamraj Nagara. Okay, Alva. It is first the status it is to Mandya for showcasing Ranganatittu bird sanctuary, and the second one to Dharwad. Dharwad ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? They have showcased the ISRO's the Chandrayana 3. And Chamraj Nagar Doru, they have gone for the, I can say, showcasing of their own tribal people. We call it as Soligas. We call it as the Soligas. Okay, Alva. This is about our tableaus of Dasara also. Okay, now this is about our, I can see, the lithium which is found in Karnataka, and the lithium resources are also found in Rajasthan, Bihar and Odisha also. One ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ Rajasthan ಬಗ್ಗೆ. First one, can I say Rajasthan is the largest state? And ಬೇಗ ಹೇಳಬೇಕೀಗ. You should support me also, ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಬೇಗನೆ. First Rajasthan ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತು? It is Rajasthan. Which state is the largest state? It is Rajasthan. And the second one, which state has the maximum desert? It is again, it is maximum. It is desert. Which desert? We call it as the Thar Desert. We call it as Thar Desert. And the third one with respect to which is the state animal of Rajasthan. It is, and baby it is GIB, Great Indian Bustard. Nene news the Great Indian Bustard. Why? It is India's first artificial insemination. Artificial insemination has been done with respect to GIB. Now this GIB in local term it is called as what? It is Godhan. It is Godhan or Godavan anta. It is Godhan or the project Godhan or Godavan project anta. Next one, Rajasthan bage. It is the fourth one exactly. Yes, we have a lake called as the Sambar Lake. The Sambar Lake, it is also called as what? It is the Bharatpur Lake anta. It is also called as Bharatpur Lake. It is a saline lake. It is a saline lake. Adadmele, it is which state is the largest producer of millets? It is Rajasthan with respect to millets also. Done. Adadmele now which is the major important, I can say it is major important which is used in extraction of the shale gas. It is majorly, it is guargum. Kelidira. It is an object or a material which is majorly used in extraction of the shale gas. We are using guargum. Which state produces the maximum guargum? It is again Rajasthan. Again Rajasthan. Adadmele, can you use some, I can say the mineral sites of Rajasthan? It is the mineral, the sites or the mining areas of Rajasthan. It is majorly not other. It is the K3 mines. Majorly the K3 mines, which is famous for what? Which is famous for, it is the copper. The famous for the copper. Okay, Alva? Yes, this is about our, the first one we call it as Rajasthan. One Saura point badi bodu. But Bardra? Hing hogtirate. And the second one we call it as, the Bihar. Second one Bihar. Now Bihar news se lidiya. The first and the foremost one. Why Bihar is in news? It is recent inauguration of, it is Nalanda University. It is Nalanda University, one of the oldest university. One of the oldest university which has been constructed by Yaru. It has been constructed by Guptas. Which has been constructed by Guptas. Majorly it is related to what? Majorly it is related to Buddhism. Majorly it is related to Buddhism. And the second one, Bihar bage. There is some uniqueness about, I can say, the partner. It is, we have established the first dolphin conservation reserve as well as the research center also. The research center also, dolphin sanctuary. It is which dolphin? It is Gangetic Dolphin Sanctuary as well as the research center related to, it is Ganga or the Gangetic Dolphin. We have declared this as what? It is National Aquatic Animal of India. This has even showcased even at where? The Mysore Dasara Kuda. Mysore Dasara Kuda. It is National Aquatic Animal of India. And what is the IUCN status? IUCN status is endangered. IUCN status is endangered. Idadmele. The third one baby nange. Okay, now which state has the lowest indicator with respect to, I can say it is the Human Development Index. It is again Bihar. Again it is HDL not the other. It is the Bihar as one of the lowest. Bihar as one of the lowest with respect to Human Development Index also at the state level. It is highest density of population. It is the density of population. It is Bihar exactly how the highest density. That's about the Bihar. And lower literacy also exactly. It is HDA and the labor. It is lower literacy also and higher poverty. And the third one we call it as Odisha. The third one we call it as Odisha. Odisha we have established what? The first rice ATM. We have established the first rice ATM. And the second one, Bebigne. It is Odisha we have Chilka Lake. It is the Chilka Lake idem. And the third one, Odisha Delhi, we have it is Chilka Lake is considered to be what? It is the largest lagoon in Asia. It is largest lagoon in Asia. E Chilika Lake, which organism stay? It is olive Ridley turtle. It is, we call it as olive or Ridley or turtle. Olive or Ridley or turtle bagam. Adadmele, it is, which site is called as the missile. Now it is the first missile. It is launching center. It is, we call it as the Wheelers Island. The Wheelers Island, it is also called as, it is APJ Abdul Kalam, I can see the missile testing center, which is present at where? It is Chandipur Ali, which is present at Chandipur. Which is present at Chandipur. Now with respect to Odisha, we have cultural, the importance also. Now which all temples we have? It is Konark idem. It is also called as Black Pagoda. Black Pagoda anta. Adadmele, it is the Puri Jagannath temple. And the third one we call it as the Bhuvaneshwar temple. The Bhuvaneshwar, the temple. The most important one. Now this three has been constructed in which architectural style? Yav architectural style? It is Nagarala. It is Vesaranwala. It is the Kalinga architecture anta. Kelidira? It is the Kalinga architectural style. It is a subpart of the Nagara architecture. It is not a Nagara architecture, rather it is a subpart of Nagara architecture. We call it as the Kalinga architectural style. Ili major agi, they will be focusing upon Jagamohana palaces. Kelidira? It is the pillared hall. The Jagamohana palaces are being given higher importance in Orisan style. In Orisan, the style. Now, while discussing about this first missile launching center, recently government has come out with the second missile launching center also. Now, which is that second missile testing the center? The second missile, the testing center, the second missile testing center which has been established at Andhra Pradesh, we call it as Naga Elanka anta. Highly important one. Recently, the cabinet has given an approval for the establishment of the second missile testing center. It is the missile testing center which is present in, it is AP. Okay, now this is about, I can see little bit information about, it is the states which was in use. Okay, along, it is, we have seen, it is all the things, Rajasthan Nodadri, followed by the Bihar, Odisha, etc. And sir, lithium idhar namge ಏನು sir useful ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Now, if we are extracting lithium from India, don't you think our import dependency majorly from China will reduce? Now, why China? Because China has approximately 70 to 80% of the rare earth minerals. Rare earth minerals, avratra jasti ide. But lithium nodadadre, majority it has been produced by, majority the resources which are present in the Chile will come down, followed by Australia will come down, import will come down. Adhe riti Argentina atra kuda, it is import will automatically come down. Nothing but we will go for what? We will be going for the self-reliance. We will be going for the self-reliance, and at the same time, our forex reserve will also, the reserve, it is the cost on forex reserve will come down. Nothing but we can increase our forex reserve. In recent forex our forex has increased by, it is $700 billion increase agide. It is the highest in the history. Highest in the history, we call it as the $700 billion. Now this forex reserve is being conserved by yaru. As simple as that, RBI. As simple as that, Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India. Okay, Alvam. Yes, online, I hope you guys are following. Okay, Alvam. Exactly, yes. Done. This is about the first and the foremost one. Now, the little bit information about the Lithium Triangle. Now, Lithium Triangle comes under Lithium Triangle. Yavi country barutte sir anta kelidre. It is ABC anta. It is ABC and then nenepitkoli. It is A andre. It is Argentina. A is nothing but it is Argentina. What is the capital of Argentina? It is Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires. And we have seen about the news also. We have seen about the news. And the second one, B is nothing but the Bolivia. Now, while discussing about South America, which two countries are landlocked? It is only and only, it is Bolivia and Paraguay. BPS. It is Bolivia and Paraguay are the only two countries in South America which are landlocked. Which are landlocked antam. Second one. And the third one we call it as a Chile. Now Chile we have a most important site, we call it as Atacama Desert. Atacama Desert is called as what? The driest desert in the world. The driest desert in the world, which are present as a part of the Andes Mountains. Which are present as a part of the Andes Mountains. Okay, alva. Now Andes Mountains are formed because of convergence between it is oceanic plate and the convergent plate, or the convergence between oceanic plate and the continental plate. The continental plate, one side is the deep trenches, and on the other side it is a formation of, I can say, the mountains. And that mountains we call it as the Andes Mountains in South America, and North America we call it as Rockies. We call it as the Rockies Mountains are formed in, I can say, USA or the North America and South America. This is about we call it as Lithium Triangle. It is as simple as that, ABC anta. Hint here is ABC. Okay now, this is about it is the triangle. And the second one, now we need to know about a little bit of information about GSI. Now GSI, it has been established in which year? It has been established in the year, highly important one, it has been established in the year 1851, and this we call it as the second oldest organization in India. After Yadu, already I nailed it. It is Survey of India. After Survey of India. Now the Survey of India, which has been established under which ministry? Ministry of Science and Technology. It is 1767 ali. It has been established in the year 1767. Whereas idadre 1851. Under which ministry? Under Ministry of the Mines. Under Ministry of the Mines. Second one. What about the third one? We call it as objectives. Yenappa objective GSI. What's the objective? The main objective of GSI it is geological, the survey of India. Now, geological aspect or earth related surveying, it has been done by Yaru. It is not above the surface. See, above the surface is surveyed by Survey of India. It is interior part related to composition, related to minerals, related to deposition. It has been surveyed by an organization called as Geological Survey of India. Geological Survey of India. Where is headquarters? It is headquarters in Kolkata, and we have 6 regional centers also. We have 6 regional centers also. Exactly on and exactly yes. The perfect going. Okay, Alva. Yes, no, some 100 topics you cover marbeku. That is my target also. Some each and everything. But conceptual clarity kuda gothirbeku nimge. Okay, I won't be doing fast, but at least sub pointers ella gothirli antashte. And the next one, you should know about what is rare earth minerals. Now, what is rare earth minerals? It is rare earth andrenappa. Now, India Delhi, this rare earth minerals, it has been renamed as the strategic minerals. It is also called as critical minerals anta. It is as simple as that. The strategic minerals, it is also called as the critical minerals also. Now, what do you mean by strategic and what do you mean by critical minerals? As simple as that. Now, sir, rare earth andre, is it found rarely in earth? It is as simple as that. Exactly how do? It is not rarely found in earth. Rather it is what? Rather it is abundant. Rather it is abundant. Ella kade spread agide. But identification and extraction is difficult. Identification and extraction is difficult. And because of this criteria, we used to call it as the rare earth minerals, which are found rarely for the exploration, and such we call it as the rare earth minerals. Now, sir, rare earth minerals highest reserves yaratra ide. See, if I ask you a question on lithium anta kelidre, it is Chile. Other than Australia and Argentina. If we ask in general about rare earth minerals or strategic minerals or as simple as that critical minerals anta kelidre, it is as simple as that China has the highest resource. Nothing but the China has 95% of the world's resources. Nothing but if China is having the highest rare earth, I can say minerals andre, Don't you think China is highly strategic? The China is highly important, and China can go for the self-reliance also without dependency on the outside world. Without dependency on outside world. But India hardly we have less than 1%. Hardly we have less than 1% of the rare earth minerals. The rare earth minerals. Sir, rare earth minerals why we want rare earth minerals? Now rare earth minerals has been used in all the applications. What not? Everything. Be it agriculture, be it with respect to the transportation, be it with respect to defense, the space, etc., etc., etc. And few examples which includes Ilnodi, smartphones. It is the basic, the fundamental one. It is rare earth minerals is mandatory. And the second one which includes wind turbines, the solar panels. Forby, which also includes the fiber optics. Yes or no? Don't you think all these are basics? At the same time, hybrid vehicles. Forby, it is energy efficiency materials is also been using or consuming which one? The rare earth minerals. Now, don't you think without rare earth minerals, no country can be, it is in reality or the practically, they can be, it is independent. Rather we are dependent on what? Rather we are dependent on China. Rather we are dependent on the China. Yes? Now, China bagay now about it is China bagay. And the next major important one, it is the China. Now, what is the capital of China? It is the capital of the China, we call it as the capital of China, we call it as the Beijing. And the second one, it is the Chinese organizations, we call it as, it is SCO is led by China. And the second one, the China is leading the organization of form of what? It is ADB. It is ADB, Asian Development Bank, one of the major contributor towards our ADB, though it has been headed by the two countries, we call it as USA and Japan. USA and Japan, and this China is also one of the largest contributor. Recent Israel has joined this ADB. Israel has joined this ADB. And the second one or the third one, we have an organization called as AIIB. What is AIIB? It is Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. Idhar jotege NDB there. It is, what is NDB? It is New Development Banks. It is also called as the BRICS Bank. It is also called as the BRICS, the bank anta. And the major strategic project of China, we call it as the BRI. It is also called as One Belt, One Road. It is One Belt, One Road. It is also called as Belt and Road Initiative. Belt and the Road Initiative. And the sub project of this BRI, we call it as the CPEC corridor. Yenikappa news ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ recent ಆಗಿ Italy has been exited from this BRI. Italy has exited, and to counter this our USA has launched a project called as ಯಾವ project appa? It is IMEC project. IMEC project. What is IMEC? It is India Middle East European corridor. Middle East European corridor. Illi recent ಆಗಿ it is Italy has joined us. Italy has joined us to counter the project called as the BRI or One Belt, One Road project. One Belt, One Road project. Okay, little bit ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? It is the China's, the major contention here is, it is the 9- line. ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? It is 9- line anta majorly in a sea called as the South China Sea. South or China Sea, and they're also going for a construction of what? The artificial islands. It is artificial islands. Yadapa artificial islands so, which includes the Parasol. It is Parasol Island, which includes the Spratly Island, Island. All these things they are going for construction of artificial island, and they are violating the ICJ as well as the UNCLOS guidelines. ICJ andre International Court of Justice, and the second one we call it as United Nations Convention on Law of Seas. By imposing their own historical traditions, we call it as 9- line strategy. 9- line strategy, and their main strategy for the construction of the ports, we call it as the string of pearls concept. the string of the pearls, a concept, the string of the pearls, and they have a strategy called as the debt trap policy. It is debt trap or policy anta. Okay, alva? All these are the basic a part of our the China. Yes, this is about the China. Okay, alva? Done. This is about the rare earth minerals. And the next news here is the next news after identification of the one of the largest resources in India, that is in Salal Haimana in J&K, and we have also identified the largest resource of lithium, that's that where in USA. Yellappa USA anta kelidre, it is the world's largest lithium deposit has been discovered at a sea. We call it as the Salton Sea. The Salton Sea, highly important one. The world's largest, the lithium deposits has been identified at a country called as it is USA. Now, while discussing about USA, we have discussed in detail about USA in the last class. Now, USA ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ addition ಮಾಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, now USA is considered to be, it is holding of the largest shale gas also. One of the largest, the shale gas reserves ಇದೆ. They are not going for extraction. Rather they are conserving it for the future. Rather they are going for conservation of, I can say, the shale gas for the future. And now they have identified saying that the world's largest, the lithium deposits has been discovered in a sea. We call it as the Salton Sea. Now, what is the location of this Salton Sea? The location of this Salton Sea, it is present in the southeastern California. It is present in southeastern California. Sir, map torsi andre observe this. It is California and the southeastern part of it is the California. Now, where is California? It is California. It is present in west of USA. And the second one, this California borders with the ocean. Which ocean? It is bordering it with the Pacific Ocean. Now this California, it is near to an island called as Hawaiian Island also. It is the USA's territory. We call it as Hawaiian Island. Kelidira Hawaii Island. It is the Diamond Harbor. The Diamond Harbor, which is present in Hawaiian Island. Again, this Hawaiian Island belongs to USA. Hawaiian Island belongs to USA. It is closest to this, closest to the Hawaiian Island and closest to the Pacific Ocean also. And this is about our location. And the second major important one, sir, is Salton Sea ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, now we have seen about it has what? It has the world's largest lithium resource. And the second major important one, this Salton Sea has the highest number of, I can say, the salinity also. It is surpassing the Pacific Ocean. It is surpassing the Pacific Ocean, nothing but it is highly saline also. It is highly saline. It is surpassing the salinity of the Pacific Ocean. This is all about the lithium part. In the last point, on ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ discuss ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ already exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, and that part we call it as what is the climatic feature? What is the climate of the California? What climate does California has? It is what climatic condition does California has andre? It is Mediterranean type of. It is Mediterranean, the type of climate. Kelidira Mediterranean climate anta. Now, why it is called as Mediterranean? Because the climate is majorly predominant in where? It is in and around the Mediterranean Sea. See, what is it is climatic feature of Mediterranean? It is the first and foremost one here is, it is winter rainfall. Winter or rainfall is predominant around the Mediterranean Sea. And the second one, this Mediterranean, I can say, climate can be observed Elili. It is can be observed at the Chile in South America. And the second one, the California. And the third one, we call it as the Mediterranean Sea. The second one. And the third major important one, this type of climate is majorly famous for, it is production of the citrus fruits. Citrus andre holi iruttallva adu. It is the citrus of fruits. major agi, the citrus fruits, and this citrus fruits is majorly famous for the wine making or the production of wine. Production of the wine anta. Okay, alva? Highly important with respect to it is the California as well as the Mediterranean Sea. Okay na? Yes, highly important one. Mediterranean Sea ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಪಕ್ಕಾ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಅದ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಪೇಪರ್ ಸರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. Yes or no? That is the strategy. Because see, clarity ಕೇಳ, because Mediterranean Sea every year it will be news. Some or the other news. Either Europe will be news, or Africa will be news, or Asia will be news. Because it is surrounded by, it is 3 continents. It is surrounded by 3 continents. Majorly version nodi. It is Lebanon is in news, Israel it's in news, West Bank it's in news, former Morocco it's in news, Libya it's in news. News are there. Don't you think paper set or they must be one question? ಇರಲೇಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is nothing but ಏನೋ ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. Okay, let us solve this question. Okay, Alvam. Exactly, Anna. I hope it is you guys are following. Now, with respect to this question, which of the following statements are true? The Salton Sea, it is located in USA. Why the Salton Sea it's in use? Because it was recently we have identified saying that the world's largest lithium reserves. World's largest lithium reserves. Now, we'll calculate which is true anta. Can I say both are correct? Okay, Alvam. It is one only or it is both? It is the question here is which of the following statements are true? Uses of lithium which is used in majorly in batteries, alloys and thermonuclear reactors, correct? And the second one, the top reserves of lithium, Australiana. It is I said it is Chile, adadmele it is Argentina. It is obviously this is wrong. Now, in the true case theorem, it is only one is correct. Okay, alva? And the second option is the wrong anta. Yes or no? Iga lithium ಬಗ್ಗೆ question ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ can you handle? Now, while discussing about lithium, we have discussed about some 10 or 15 topics discuss ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. Now, which all things we have discussed with respect to a topic called as our resource, we call it as lithium. Now, the first and the foremost one, while discussing about lithium, we have discussed about which all things. We have discussed about it is GSI. What is GSI? It is Geological Survey of India ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದ್ರಿ. And the second one we have discussed about JNK ಬಗ್ಗೆ. We have discussed about Argentina. Fourth one it is we have discussed about it is Bihar ಬಗ್ಗೆ. We have discussed about Odisha. We have discussed about it is Rajasthan. Okay, alva? We have discussed about it is okay Mandya ಬಗ್ಗೆ, but Karnataka ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಿಲ್ಲ, but Mandya ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. And we also discussed about the Dasara tablus, and the ninth one it is we have discussed about the rare earth minerals. It's also called as critical minerals. It is also called as the strategic minerals. Adadmele it is we have also discussed about the China and in and around concepts about ADB, AIIB, followed by we have discussed about BRICS Bank. Adadmele it is 11th one we have discussed about it is the Salton Sea also. Okay, alva? We have discussed about the sea also. The Salton Sea. Adadmele we have discussed about Mediterranean type of climate. Okay, alva? Yes, at least we have discussed some 12 topics with respect to our we call it as lithium. Okay na? ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಈಗ ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ? Done? Okay. The second major important one we call it as graphite. Now, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ what do you mean by graphite and what do you mean by graphene? ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತು? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಸರ್? ಓದಿಲ್ವಾ ಸ್ಕೂಲಲ್ಲಿ? What is the difference between graphite and graphene? Now observe this, at least try. Sir, gottu anta. Now, which is natural and which is it is synthetically made or artificially made? It is graphene. Okay, Alva. Now, as simple as that, Now, sir, why this graphene was in use? Why this graphene was in use? Now, this graphene, it is considered to be the strongest material in the world. The stronger than diamond, the stronger than steel, stronger than any material. Nothing but it is considered to be what? It is considered to be one of it is highly strongest material and eco-friendly material also. Eco-friendly material also. Now, sir, news ಏನಕ್ಕೆ sir ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, now this graphene, the graphene export has been stopped by China, citing national security. Citing national security. Citing national security. Highly important one. This is in our news, or this was in our news with respect to our resource called as the graphene. Now, while discussing about the graphene or the graphite, we need to know about it is sir graphene ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ graphite ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕು. Nothing but because it is graphene ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ my bedrock here is the graphite. Bedrock is graphite. Now ನೋಡೋಣ graphite ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತ. Now graphite is organized of what? It is organized of multi-layers. It is organized of, it is the multi-layer structure. Multi-layer structure, whereas the graphene, it is made up of a single layer. It is made up of the single layer. Single layer. First difference. The second difference here is density nodi. Which one is more denser? It is more denser ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ denser ಇದೆ? It is lesser denser. Whereas graphite is less dense because this is just a ore. This is just an ore, whereas are synthetically made, it is highly dense. Now, highly dense irodu, it will be good conductor, or lesser density will be good conductor. Yaad good conductor act agate? It is more the dense, more the conductivity, more the transfer of heat. It is nothing but this one is, it is highly conductivity. And this is made, this is not found in nature, rather it is found in where? Rather it is, I can say, synthetically made ಅಥವಾ artificial create ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. Artificial ಆಗಿ, whereas graphite it is found in nature, and all this both are made up of, I can say, the carbon atoms. Now carbon atoms andre, don't you think both are eco-friendly? Yes or no? Yes, this is all about our graphite and the graphene. Graphite as well as the graphene. Gotirli graphite bage graphene bage it should be clear. See this, observe this graphite bage as simple as that. The China to restrict the graphite export. Why graphite export? See graphene nan ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ without graphite I cannot synthesize what? The graphene. It will be difficult for me to extract or produce the graphene part. Why we want graphene? Because graphene is considered to be the world's strongest material. Sir, ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಸರ್ graphene ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, again this graphene it is considered to be rare earth mineral. Again rare earth mineral ಅಂದ್ರೆ, again it can be used in smartphones, the televisions. Whereas this graphite it is a ore alva. This ore can be used in n number of applications, which includes painting, which includes, I can say, the usage of, I can say, it is the chalk pieces. It is a pencils ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ because it's a ore. It is not much costlier. Whereas graphite ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ or graphene ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it is costlier. It is the strongest one and it is used in n number of applications, majorly with respect to the rare earth minerals. Rare earth minerals. Okay, now this is about the graphite and graphene, and I've also given about it is the graphite andre enu, graphene andre enu anta we have discussed. The strongest material, and this is what? The less stronger. It is synthetically made, whereas this is, I can see, the found in nature. Both are good conductor. Which is more good conductor? It is the graphene is more good conductor. Exam alli keltare. It is be cautious. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ graphene ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. Yes or no? And that is I can see the dilemma here. You should know for sure. It is graphite is nothing but as simple as that. Graphite andre it is just a ore. It is found in nature. Whereas graphene is nothing but advanced form of graphite. Advanced form of graphite which is used in the costlier equipments. which is used in costlier equipments. Now ಈಗ for example think that ನನಗೆ smarter board, thinner board ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಇಲ್ಲಿ LCD ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Now if that's the case, can I go for multi-layered graphite? No, I want what? The thinner and highly dense and a good efficient one also. And that good efficient one we call it as the graphene. Now sir, graphene ಬಗ್ಗೆ applications ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ now it has n number of applications. It has n number of applications. Now observe this. ಇದನ್ನ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸಕ್ಕತ್ತಾಗಿ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. Now the first and foremost one, it is stronger. ಎಷ್ಟು stronger? 200 times stronger than steel. First one. Second one ಕೇಳಿ. It is with respect to toughness. It is tougher than diamond. It is 5 to 10 times tougher. 5 to 10 times tougher. At the same time, sir, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ characteristics okay. At the same time, it is lighter also. It is flexible, bend ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಈಗ for example, ನೀವು ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ನೋಡ್ತಿರಲ್ವಾ, it is foldable phones. Now these foldable phones are made up of what? It is made up of graphene. It is made up of graphene. It is lighter, flexible. ಇದರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ it is highly eco-friendly also. It is highly eco-friendly also. And this is the major important advantage of it is, we call it as the graphene. Highly important one, idina maribardu. It is graphite is nothing but as simple as that. Graphite is just a ore which is found in nature, which is multi-layered, and it is least denser. And it is one of the good conductor. But with respect to graphene, it is synthetically produced and a compacted one also. Compacted one, it is thinner, it is flexible, tougher. At the same time, it is stronger also. It is stronger. It is water resistant, for by highly efficient. All these things which are being holded by this, it is a carbon hexagonal structure. We call it as the rare earth minerals. One of the rare earth minerals. Nothing but we are dependent more on, I can say, China with respect to rare earth minerals than any can tell, because 95% of rare earth reserves are found in China. And to become, or I can say India to become a self-reliant, we need to diversify our imports. Rather than depending only on what? Rather than depending only and only on the China. Okay, Alva. This is about our the second major important mineral. We call it as the graphite and the graphite. Observe this now. Exactly, yes. They have different structures, the different density, the layers are also different. Exactly how. Okay, now, yes, what's the answer for this? Now the first and foremost one, the major producers of graphite is China, India and Brazil. It is correct. Second one, graphite are used in pencils, correct alva? It is not graphene, be cautious here. It is graphene alla, graphene is costlier. Pencils are used madalla because it's a ore. It can be used in cheaper pencils like 2 rupees, 5 rupees kuda use madabodu. And the third one, it is graphite is resistant to heat, correct? Obviously, how do? It is ore alva. It is resistant to heat, that is made up of the carbon atoms. It is made up of carbon atoms. Which of the following statements are true? It is all the statements are the true answer. Yes, but heat ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, see, graphene is ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲೂ advanced. It is graphene is ಎಲ್ಲದರಲ್ಲೂ advanced. Yes, exactly. Done. Okay, I'll find out ilvala. Yes. Okay. Now the next major important one, it is the vanadium. Now the rare and it is lesser abundant, the nutrient or the, I can say, the mineral composition has been identified. It has been identified in Gujarat, which has been identified in Gujarat. Adukoskar nodi. It is India hits the jackpot with the rare metal vanadium found off the coast of what? Found off the coast of Gujarat. Now, ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗುಜರಾತ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡೋಣ. ಆಮೇಲೆ we can go for the vanadium as such. Now ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಈ ಒಂದು minerals ಇಂದ there must be question. Either the question will be on lithium or the question will be on graphite or graphene and the third question will be on vanadium. ಈ ಮೂರು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಇಂದ there must be question. There must be question. Now ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ we'll discuss about Gujarat. Now the first and the foremost one, Gujarat ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it is which is the capital? It is Gandhinagar. And the second major important one, it is the only, it is the largest coast, exactly how do? The largest coast. And the third one, it is the only state which has the lion population, that is Asiatic lion. What the IUCN status? It is, be cautious here, it is not endangered. Recent IUCN has, it is upgraded it to vulnerable andre it is population having more than, it is 2500 population, 2500 population recent upgrade madidare by IUCN, that is International Union for Conservation of Nature, which is headquartered at where? It is headquartered at the Gland, Switzerland ali. It is Gland, Switzerland ali. And the third major important one, recent agi it is lion population which is present in where? It is Gir National Park, and they have gone for the second home for, I can say, it is Asiatic lion, we call it as, it is Badla alva, it is the Badla. And the next major important one, now recent agi, it is a village has received an award. Which village has received an award from, it is World Tourism Organization? Nang baby nelbekiga. It is as simple as that. The Dordo has received it is the village award sikkide. Adadmele Gujarat ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ fast Gujarat, it is Sabarmati Ashram. Recent agi it is government has launched a bridge. Which bridge is that? It is, we call it as largest hanging bridge anta. Largest hanging bridge, we call it as the Sudarshan bridge anta. Sudarshan bridge has been inaugurated by the, it is the government of India though. Okay alva? Yes, this is about Sudarshan Setu. It is the cable stayed bridge anta karidimi. The stayed bridge. Next one, idbiಟ್ಟು ದೊಡ್ಡದು exactly ಹೌದು ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಆಯ್ತು. Can I say the Tropic of Cancer passes through Gujarat? It is the Tropic of Cancer passes through the state. And the second one we have a Sabarmati Ashram ಇದೆ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ವಾ? Sabarmati Ashram, it is Sabarmati Ashram for by launching up of which I can say Satyagraha. It is Dandi March, all the things are with respect to Gujarat. It is IBC site, recent IBC, other IBC site too. It is Lothal has been inscribed under World Heritage Site also. The World Heritage Site, this Lothal comes under Yadali. It is Indus Valley Civilization. Now this Indus Valley Civilization has been renamed as what? It is the Sindhu Saraswati, the civilization, anta. Adadmele it is the Lothal. And the second major important one, a dockyard which is also present. It is dockyard Lothal ali. It is dockyard either. It is dockyard. Okay alva? Yes, this is all about the Gujarat ಬಗ್ಗೆ. idbiಟ್ಟು it is exactly how though the Statue of Unity ಇದೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ Maldari tribes. It is Maldari tribes, Statue of Unity dedicated to the first Home Minister, we call it as, it is the Sardar Patel. Exactly, yes, it is Modera village. It is exactly Modera village in Assam. It is the first The first solar city na solar village. It is solar village. Solar city bandubiಟ್ಟು Sanchi alva. It is solar city, it is Sanchi. Adadmele, which is the grassland we have, the Asia's largest grassland. It is the largest grassland, we call it as the Bunny grassland. Now which camel it is present in Gujarat? Kya camel is there? It is a Karai camel. It is Karevala, it is Karai camel. It is Kareva, it is present in where? It is present in J&K. Eastern Northwell, it is, which is majorly for the production of saffron. For the production of saffron, it is a Karai, a camel. It is also present in Gujarat. It is also present in the Gujarat. And we also have a port called as Deen Dayal Upadhyay Port. It is also called as what? It is Kandla Port. It is also called as the Kandla port also. Exactly how do? Okay, alva. Sindhu, Saraswati, the Sardar, the Patel, Dordo village. How the yes? Okay. Done. This is all about the first and the foremost one we call it as. The first and the foremost one we call it as Gujarat Bagge. The next major important one about vanadium Bagge. Now what do you mean by what is vanadium? Now can I say as simple as that vanadium is the rare earth mineral? Vanadium is a rare earth mineral. Then already held it. Rare earth mineral. It is not what? It is not abundantly found in nature. Which is not abundantly found in nature. Rare earth mineral. Rare earth mineral. It is a rare earth mineral. Rare earth mineral. But it is not abundantly found in India. Abundantly it is not found in India. But recent target has been observed, or I can say it has been identified at it is Gulf of Kambat. Be cautious here. Gulf of Kambat, and this we call it as Gulf of Kutch. Now what do you mean by Gulf? Gulf andrenu? First, what is Gulf? Water surrounded by? No. It is as simple as that. If the water is intruding into the land, we call it as Gulf region. Now this we call it as the Kutch region, and this I can say peninsular we call it as the Kathiawar Peninsula. It is Kathiawar Peninsula. This we call it as it is the Kutch or the Kutch, the peninsula. The Kutch or the Kutch, the peninsula, and the second largest desert. It's also present in where? It is Gujarat. The second largest desert which is present in Gujarat, and Ahmedabad is called as. Ahmedabad is famous for anything. It is famous for textile. It is famous for textile. Adadmele Anand kelidira. It is Anand is famous for Amul. Recent agi, it is government has launched a project called as it is White Revolution 2.0. It is White Revolution 2.0. Now White Revolution 2.0 andre nile. It is White Revolution talks about production of milk, enhancing of milk by it is 50%. By the year 2028, Australia. By the year 2028, that's the major focus of the White Revolution 2.0. And who is called as the father of? I can say the milk. We call it as the Varghese Korean. The Varghese Korean. The per capita consumption of milk here is it is 459 grams per. It is grams per person per day. It is world level. It is 323 globally. It is 323, but now ನೋಡಿ ಹಾಲು ಹೆಂಗ್ ಕುಡಿತದೀವಿ ಅಂತ. It is 459 grams per day. ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ರು ಅರ್ಧ ಲೀಟರ್ ಕುಡಿತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. And that is also causing majorly the diabetes among the persons also. It is 3 out of 10 are facing what? The 3 out of 10 among, I can say, Indian population, they are facing the diabetes or the non-communicable diseases. The major enikandre because of consumption of over sugars. Consumption of over the sugars. And with respect to milk, India is considered to be the first and the largest milk producer of the world, and we are contributing to approximately it is the 230 million tons per annum. It is 230. Approximately we are producing approximately 24% of milk. Nothing but one fourth of the milk is being produced by India. It is produced by India. Yes, all the things. Okay, Alva, this should be the research. Adadmele you should know about what is Porbandar. Porbandar, you know Porbandaru. It is the westernmost one. It is the westernmost. It is the westernmost. I can see the place or the city. Adnorti Adadmele. It is the little Kutch Godagate. Adadmele Patan. It is Keda Satyagraha. At least Keda Satyagraha. Now, Keda who was the leader? It is the Patil. Which Patil? It is Sardar Patil was the. It is a head. Fought by. Okay. In Mikidala Gotide Nimge. Yes, yes. Now, Surat was in news. Why Surat was in news? It was recently a case. Recently a case related to Rahul Gandhi Alva. Related to Rahul Gandhi, that is conviction of more than the 2 years. Conviction of more than 2 years. Nenpidya. Yes, conviction of more than 2 years related to Rahul Gandhi. Related to Rahul Gandhi. Now this case has been abrogated or rejected by the Supreme Court. Rejected by Supreme Court. It is history, you know that. And the next one coming to vanadium. Now vanadium ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ the first and foremost one I said it is not abundant much in India. It is a rare earth mineral also. And the third one, sir, rare earth mineral ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ don't you think it will be stronger? And at the same time it is heat resistant also. And the third major important one, it is, I can see, the lesser corrosiveness. What do you mean by corrosiveness? It is ತುಕ್ಕಿಡಿಯೋದು ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ. It is less of the corrosion, and it can sustain higher temperature also. Now sir, what is the application of we call it as the vanadium? Again, the application which are being used in, it is n number of applications, the same we have discussed, but the most important application yavudappa antandre this vanadium is being used for, it is, I can say, detoxifying the water. Highly important one. This vanadium is being used in detoxifying what? The water. Now ಏನಕ್ಕೆ ಸರ್ ಇದು ಬೇಕು vanadium ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, now if you take an example of, it is the different states and the different water bodies is being polluted, and that is leading to a concept called as eutrophication. Now eutrophication or detoxification ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ which rare earth mineral is required? Nothing but vanadium is required. Majorly it is used in, it is detoxification. It is majorly used as a detoxification agent, and that has been used, I can say, to reduce the pollution, and I can say to reduce the impact of water on the human civilization. And which countries are the largest producer of? Which countries are the largest producer of vanadium anta nodadadre? It is as simple as that: Brazil, the China, Russia, and the South Africa. These are the 4 countries which are the largest producer of, I can say, vanadium. Adr jotege even India kuda ide. Indiaದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆಯಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the rare traces are found in the 3 important the states. One we call it as Arunachal Pradesh, majorly Maharashtra, followed by it is Karnataka and Odisha. Iದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇವಾಗ ಏನು ಆಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ? ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ our Gujarat has been added. Majorly we call it as the Gulf of the Kambat. Okay alva? Now ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಗುಜರಾತ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಗುಜರಾತ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ now the major important one we call it as the bio-rock concept. The bio-rock, a concept which has been established at the Gulf of Kutch. Now what is this bio-rock concept andre? It is artificial construction of corals. Exactly, although it is the artificial construction of the corals by yaru? By ZSI Noru. It is by ZSI. What is ZSI? It is Zoological Survey of India. The Zoological Survey of India. They have gone for what? It is, I can say, construction of artificial corals. Artificial corals at the Gulf of the Kutch. And this vanadium, it is malleable also. Now what do you mean by malleable and what do you mean by ductile also? ಏನಪ್ಪ malleable and ductile? It is as simple as that. Malleability ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is as simple as that. It can be converted into, it is a thin sheets. Example ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, what is the difference between the ductile and it is malleable? Ductile is as simple as that. It can be drawn into what? the thin, I can say the wire-like structure, the thin wire-like a structure, whereas we call it as malleability. Andre, it is a thin, the thin we call it as, it is the structures can be made, we call it as yautara. It is sheet-like structure. The sheet-like structure, that's the difference between it is malleable and ductile. Gothirli example keltara. It is malleable as well as ductile. Malleable is nothing but the thin sheets, whereas ductile is nothing but the thin, the thread-like structure or wire-like structure. Wire-like a structure. Exactly how do? Exactly as this. Okay now. Yes. Now coming to this question, our question, which of the following statements are true? The vanadium is the critical, the raw material. Already ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ, what is critical raw material? ಏನಪ್ಪ critical raw material ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is the rare earth mineral. The rare earth mineral for many industrial applications. Yes, it is found off the coast of Gujarat. Obviously, yes, both are correct. Which is true? Both are the correct. And the next one we call it as the lentils. Now what do you mean by lentils? Now sir, lentils are as simple as that. What? It is dal, locally called as the dal anta. Now is dal and pulses are same? It is pulses is a broader concept, whereas dal is nothing but what? Or the lentils are nothing but the sub part of it is the pulses. Now the first and the foremost one, why this was in use? Why this was in use? Now the major important news here is India is projected to become what? India is projected to become the largest producer of lentils, project ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು by the year 23-24 Australia anta. But let's see it is ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಇಲ್ವೋ ಅಂತ, but data ಬರಬೇಕು. They are projected saying that we'll become what? We'll become the largest producer. Yes, but ನಮಗೆ ಡೇಟಾ ಯಾವಾಗ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ 24ದು? It is next year economic survey ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Next year economic survey, but ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ wait ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. But now with respect to lentils ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, with respect to lentils, the first and foremost one, lentils are called locally by a name called as a dal. First one done. Second one, sir, if I want to go for cultivation of this dal, what type of climatic condition is required? Is it rainy beka, or I can say the winter season or summer season is I can say required? It is the winter type of climate is required, and this winter type of climate we call it as the Rabi season. Rabi season is grown from the month of yavaginda yavagargu. It is October till February or March ode. It is the winter season, or it is also called as the Rabi crop. It is also called as Rabi crop. This is about the second one. Now winter timely, will the temperature be highest or temperature be least? It is temperature kadme irutte. Now temperature kadme adre, can we expect higher rainfall? No, nothing but the lesser the temperature, followed by the moderate type of rainfall also. The moderate type of rainfall. Now where can you experience, I can say, lesser temperature and a moderate type of rainfall? Is it in southern part or in northern part? It is in northern part, nothing but above the Tropic of Cancer. Now which state are the largest producer of this lentils? It is major northern states. Northern states which majorly includes UP, it is Madhya Pradesh, major agi Rajasthan and Maharashtra are the largest producers of this lentils. But at world level, it is Canada, India. It is at, I can say, the world level, Canada is the largest producer. Adar jotege India, followed by Australia, the Turkey and Russia. Yes, highly important one. You should know this. Now, sir, what are the different variants of lentils we can experience here? Nodi lentils nodi other different one. It is the different lentils which includes the different types of grams. At least gothirli green gram. It is, I can say, pigeon peas, the kidney peas. Okay, all these things comes under classification called as lentils. Done. Now we'll discuss a little bit about Canada, India, followed by the Turkey and Russia also. Now first one give heading called as Canada. Give heading called as Canada. Canada ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ what is the capital of Canada? It is capital, we call it as Ottawa. Now don't you think Canada is in news? Why Canada is in news? It is, I can say, the diplomatic tension between it is India and Canada. Why diplomatic tensions between India and Canada? Because of an issue called as Khalistan issue. Because of an issue called as the Khalistan issue. ಏನಪ್ಪ Khalistan ಅಂದ್ರೆ? It is demanding of a separate country called as, I can say, Khalistan for sex. Khalistan for a sex. Now recent agi Kartarpur corridor was in news. The India and the Pakistan have extended the extend ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. This Kartarpur corridor, which is connecting between two places, we call it as, it is Dera Baba Nanak. It is Dera Baba Nanak, which is present in where? Which is present in India, and we call it as the Kartarpur. It is Kartarpur. It is present in where? It is present in Pakistan. We are connecting this two important holy shrines. We are connecting this holy shrines. We call it as the Kartarpur corridor between it is Pakistan and India, which is present on the which river? It is river Ravi. It is the present on the besides the river Rahi. It is river Ravi anta. Exactly, yes. Exactly how it is river Ravi ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು. And the third major point one, why Canada was in news? Canada ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ the 15th CBD. It is 15th CBD. Now what is CBD? It is United Nations Convention on Biological Diversity. It is 15th, the Convention on Biological Diversity. We call it as UNCBD. It is Convention on Biological Diversity, was organized at where? It is Montreal and half at Kunming. It is Montreal Kunming Declaration. Kelidira? It is Montreal Kunming. The protocol or declaration talks about the 30:30. Kelidira? What is 30:30? It is 30% of the land and 30% of the oceans will be conserved by which year? By the year 2030. By the year 2030. Idhar bagge. Now what about Montreal Protocol? It is Montreal Protocol talks about it is ozone depletion. It is elimination of it is ozone depleting substances. Ozone depleting substances. Okay alva? Idu bitte ena heltira? And the first country to exit from Kyoto Protocol, it is Canada. It is the first country to exit from Montreal 1 or the Kyoto Protocol it is Canada. It is Canada. Gothirli. This is about the first country. And the second country we call it as the Turkey or Turkey. It is a Turkey or a Turkey. Now with respect to COP, it is COP 16 of, I can say, CBD was planned at where? It is COP 16 of CBD. It is as simple as that. It was planned at Turkey. It was planned at Turkey. Now we have withdrawn this and we are organizing at where? We are organizing at Kali, Colombia. We are organizing at a country called as the Kali, Colombia. It is present in South America. Which is present in South America. The theme here is the peace with nature. The peace with nature is the theme of it is COP 16, the 2024 summit of it is United Nations Convention on Biological Diversity. It is biological diversity. Exactly how do. And the second major important one, Turkey ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ what is the capital of Turkey? Capital ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ? It is Ankara, Istanbul. It is Ankara. It is Ankara. And the third major important one, the third major important one about Turkey. Turkey is a part of what? It is both Europe and Asia. It is Eurasian country like Russia tara. It is Eurasian country. And the fourth one, recently there was a earthquakes in Turkey and Syria. We have provided an, I can say, HADR assistance. What is HADR? It is humanitarian and disaster relief operations under operation called as, which operation? Under operation called as, it is Operation Dost. Under operation called as the Operation Dost. It is Operation the Dost anta. Okay alva? Idh bitte ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ ಟರ್ಕಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ? Yes, this is about the Turkey. And the next one about Russia. About Russia begin. It is the first and the foremost one. It is the largest, I can say, the country or the largest territory in the world is what? It is Russia. What is the capital of Russia? It is Moscow. It is Moscow. And the third one, why Russia is important for India? Because it is an all-time friend. It is all-time a friend. All-time friend. And the next one, a BRICS COP or the BRICS. It is 16. It is ongoing at where? Ongoing at Kazan. Russia the leader. And the next one, it is a conflict between it is Ukraine and Russia over a country or over a region called as a Crimean Peninsula. Over a region called as the Crimean Peninsula. Crimean Peninsula. Idadmele, it is Olga River. Adikinda major important one here is the BrahMos. It is BrahMos. Yes, a 400. Yes, a 400 missile system. Adadmele, it is Sukhoi. It is Sukhoi, and this Russia is also supporting with respect to development of the nuclear, I can say, submarines class. We call it as Aryan class of submarines. Recently, the fourth, I can say, the submarine has also been launched, and this has been supported by Russia for the development of the fourth. Yadappa, it is Aryant is the first one, and the second one we call it as Harigat. It is Harigat. It is Hari, and the third one we call it as Aridaman, and the fourth one we call it as it is S4 prime anta, or S4 star. S4 star or S4, it is the star or the prime, we call it as submarine 4. It is also called as the nuclear submarine, I can see the class. It is nuclear, the submarine. It is also called as Aryant class anta. Aryant class anta, it must be nuclear. It must be nuclear. Now, what is the difference between traditional and nuclear submarines? Begin. What is the difference? It is as simple as that. If I am using nuclear as a fuel, I can stay for the maximum period in the water. Then water li maximum period irbodu. It is if I am using diesel or petrol use madadre, it's nothing but once in a while I need to come to the surface and I need to breathe in, I need to go back. Now, male bandu kelada hogtidaga, don't you think that will be lesser secure with respect to enemies? Enemies they'll launch a missile. Now, this nuclear submarines are being supported by a country called as it is Russia. We call it as Russia. See, Scorpion class is supported by Yaro. It is France. It is Scorpion class is being supported by. It is Scorpion class is being supported by Russia. Ilikudaru. It is France. It is France. The sixth one again Ilikuda. It is 6 missiles are being supported. Done. This is about the Russia part. Exactly yes. It is. Exactly yes. It is INSTC. INSTC andre. It is International North-South Transport Corridor and the largest importer of natural gas. Elinda. It is from Russia. It is Far East Russia in the. It is Russia in the largest natural gas. They are a part of permanent membership of UNSC. The permanent membership of UNSC. They were a part of G8. They were a part of the G8, the group of 8 countries. Okay, maximum I have covered. Okay, exactly how do. Okay. Okay, alva. Done. This is with respect to your the Russia. And the next one we call it as Australia. It is Australia. Now Australia, it is present in location only. It is Australian continent. Continent. And the second one we call it as the smallest continent also. The smallest continent. And the third one is Australia part of Quad countries? Pakka? It is Quad countries. And they are a part of what? They are a part of Malabar. The Malabar, what is the capital of Australia? It is Canberra. The Canberra. It is Australia, we have what? The largest corals. It is the coral reefs. The coral reefs. And can I say, it is second largest. It is the lithium reserves also. Yes, in Australia. Done. Okay, alva. Last India ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ it is India ಬಗ್ಗೆ first some 10 points about India. ನಂಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಗೋದು. Don't say capital New Delhi sir. South Asia ಇದೆ. First one. Now why India is important from exam? It is the first and the foremost one. We are a part of what? We are a part of, it is ISA. It is International Solar Alliance. This has been launched with the help of what? With the help of France. First one. Second one. It is IPCA, Big Cat Alliance, on the 50th anniversary of what? The 50th anniversary of the project A Tiger. The third one, Illappa andre Mysore launch ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. Mysore. The third one, India ಬಗ್ಗೆ. The largest one, we have launched the largest insurance scheme called as Ayushman Bharat. ಯಾವಾಗ launch ಮಾಡಿರೋದು? It is the 2017-18 alladu. It is 17-18 Ayushman Bharat, the world's largest insurance. India ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ we are celebrating 100 years of Belgaum session, 200 years of Kittur Rani Chennamma's. Adadmele, the next one, it is India is holding the third pole of the earth, the pole of the earth, and India is the first country and the only country, they are in a track to achieve climate change. Also. Climate change, India has been accepted as what? Or I can say, India has been invited as a part of G7. The G7 are countries, that is group of 7. Though it is not a member, associate member agi, they have been invited. Or as an observer of G7. Done? At least, it's baribodu. Okay, alva? Sufficient. Now, yes, this is about the lentils. Okay, alva? Lentils, okay na? Lentils, here is the first and the foremost one. India may become the top lentil producers by bypassing yarna. By bypassing Canada. But report sigbekalva, that will be, it is available next year. That will be available next year after economic survey data sikadmel. This is our first one. And the second one, this lentils are locally called as the dals. Now there are a number of dals which includes the moong dal, the green gram, the kidney gram, etc. Yes, kaalugulu anta. Dal andre it is kaalu. Followed by, which is the largest producer? It includes the Uttar Pradesh, and Madhya Pradesh is the largest producer of the lentils. Now this is majorly I can say developed, or it is grown during the Rabi season. Okay, alva. Now while discussing about this, can we discuss about the three types of the seasons which are found in India? At the 3 seasons. So one we call it as Kharif, and the second one we call it as the Rabi. Example kede keltare. It's the Kharif, Rabi, and the Zaid one. Now what do you mean by Kharif? The kharif is nothing but the rainy crop. It is which is grown during rainy season. Which is grown during rainy season. Example ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ rainy season ಯಾವ crop ಬೆಳಿಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. It includes sugarcane, which includes it is rice or the paddy, which include groundnut, cotton, the maize, which include ragi also. Yes, all this are grown during the month of the rainy, that is July to October. July to October. Illede ನೋಡಿ, it is rice ಬೆಳಿಬಹುದು, the maize, jola, followed by the potatoes, followed by it includes it is the groundnut, followed by the cotton, followed by the different plants. Now, which is the largest producer of, I can say, the groundnut? It is Gujarat. Gujarat is the largest producer of groundnut. Who is the largest producer of cotton? It is Maharashtra is the largest producer. What about rice? It is West Bengal is the largest producer of rice, followed by maize adran. It is Maharashtra. Okay, alva? Done. It go tirlim. And the next one with respect to rabi. Rabi is nothing but what? It's a winter crop. It's a winter crop. Just a second. Okay. Okay, Alva. Next one, the next one we call it as the rabi crop. Now, rabi is also called as what? It's a winter crop. Now, which is majorly grown during the month of, I said October to February. Now, which all crops is being grown here? It is majorly wheat. Now, which is the largest producer of wheat? It is wheat. It is either it is Punjab or it is UP Doro. Largest producer. Second one with respect to the peas, it is we can go for the different grams also. Different grams also. Now, with respect to zaid andre, we call it as the summer crop. Now, summer crop has been grown during the summer season. We call it as March, April, May, June varego. Okay, alva? It is mid of the June. Examples which includes it is we call it as the water intensive. The crops are being grown here. Water intensive andre ಏನು? It includes watermelon. It includes cucumber. ಹೌದಾ ಇಲ್ವೋ? It is watermelon ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ it is the cucumber, muskmelon, vegetables, and different the fodder crops are being grown during this season. Okay, now yes, this is about our the three types of it is the seasons or the cropping seasons in India. And the next one with respect to MSP ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, why this MSP was in use? ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ನಿಮಗೆ MSP ಗೊತ್ತು ಅಂತ. Now, why this MSP was in use? It is recently Haryana has become the first state to announce MSP for it is all the crops. Haryana has become the first state and the only state as of now to declare MSP for all the crops. MSP for all the crops. One ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ Haryana ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. It is the first and the foremost one about Haryana. Vivina, what is the capital of Haryana? It is Chandigarh. And the second one, Haryana ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Now it is the first state to announce MSP. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ Vivina. It is the lowest sex ratio. Nothing but because of, I can say, ಯಾವ preference? The sun meta preference. ಗಂಡು ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. Next. It is exactly yes. ISS. It is headquarters. It's in Gurugram. It is Gurugram ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ now which state has the highest ST population? It is Uttar Pradesh. What about SC? Now which state has I can say the no national parks? It is the no national park, or as simple as that the green revolution has been introduced. A green revolution has been introduced in Punjab, Haryana and UP. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ Haryana has national park ಇದೆ, NCR ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. But in reality Haryana does not have. NCR is different. What is NCR? National Capital Region. But Haryana is different. Haryana dalli it is one of the lesser. It is the forest also. One of the forest also because we have majorly used it for the construction of infrastructure. Construction of infrastructure. Okay, Alva. It is one of the highly developed a state also. Highly developed a state also with respect to infrastructure wise. With respect to infrastructure wise, it is Haryana. Okay, Alva. Adadmele recent agi it is the Faridabad Ali. We have gone for what? It is Faridabad Ali. We have gone for Indian Biological. It is data center. It is Indian Biological Data Center. We have established in Haryana. We have established it at Haryana. Exactly, yes. Okay, Alva. Yes. Once MSP ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, what is MSP? It is minimum support price. Minimum support price is being given for how many crops? It is 22 plus 1. 1 andre? It is sugarcane. 1 we call it as sugarcane. And the second one, it is recommended by yaru? It is recommended by, it is CACP. CACP andre? It is Commission for Agricultural Cost and Prices under which ministry? Ministry of Agriculture. Ministry of Agriculture. Announced by yaru? It is exactly CEAC, that is Cabinet. It is a Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs headed by the Prime Minister. Headed by Prime Minister. This is announced. Yavagappa announce ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? It is every season. It is before to sowing season. Before to the sowing season. Before to sowing season. Okay, Alva. Gothirli. Does it have legal backing? Legal backing is yeah. 22 ge no legal backing. What about sugar? It has the legal backing. It has the legal backing under it is Essential Commodities Act of 1955. Essential Commodities Act ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1955 ಪ್ರಕಾರ we have released it is order called as Sugarcane Control Order of, it is order underly we have a legal backing. We have a legal backing, that is essential control of which one? Sugarcane. That is in the year 1977 we have brought in a legal act also. Legal act idik legal ide. There is no legality for this 22 crops. Does it include commercial crops? Does it include commercial crops andre? No. Except yaudu? Except copra. Copra andre? It is kobriig bittu. Okay alva? Yes, tea, coffee, all these are not included under the, it is MSP. Exactly, yes, exactly Shri, exactly. It is Ratnakar, exactly how? Yes. Okay, Alva. Done. Solve this question. Online fast. What's up for this? Okay now. Yes, easy one. Now, which of the following statements are true? Which of the following statements are true? Lentils are grown in Rabi season. Okay now. It is Rabi andre it said winter. Correct alva? Howdu? Correct. Lentils are known as dal locally. It is also correct. They are asking about which is true. It is both 1 and 2 are, it is correct. See, and questions I have framed it in a liberal manner. It is examining expect madakagala, but it will be next level. you should observe about true idea, false idea, and you should know about Rabi or Kharif. And the third one, you should know about what is dal, or can we call this locally as pulses? Bede anta kariboda? It is no. It is as simple as that. It is the pulses is the broader term, whereas lentils are nothing but dals. Yes. Now with respect to which dal is majorly, it is majorly produced in Karnataka. It is the tur dal. It is tur dal ge we have got it is GI tag also. Now the largest, I can say, the tur dal is produced in which district? It is Kalaburgi. Yes, on ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ Kalaburgi ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. It is Kalaburgi ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ we have a mega, it is textile park also. Mega textile park, under we call it as the PM Mitra scheme. It is PM Mitra scheme and which ministry? Ministry of Textile. Ministry of the Textile. Idu biಟ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿ ನೋಡೋಣ ಕಲಬುರ್ಗಿದು. The second one, it is university. Which university? It is it is the Central University at, I can say, Kalburgi or at Gulbarga. Okay, alva. This is about the tur dal. Now tur dal ge GI tag sikkide. What is GI tag? It is GI tag is nothing but as simple as that geographical indication tag. Geographical indication tag. Now geographical indication tag is being provided by which ministry? It is Ministry of Commerce, and the Ministry of the Commerce centrally under WTO guidelines. Under WTO guidelines, that is World Trade Organization guidelines prakara, we have come up with an act called as the GI Act of 1999. It is the GI Act of 1999 only. 1999. Now which state has the largest GI products? It is Tamil Nadu has the highest. Karnataka nodadadre, it is we have the 48 GI products. 48 GI products. Yes, gotirli. Now GI products has been given for how many years? It is 10 years. Yaru kortivi? Either for individuals or for community. Majorly that product should be unique for their own geography. Unique for their own geography. Iddag matra will be providing what? Will be providing GI products or GI status. GI status. Now where is the headquarters of GI? It is Chennai. It is headquarters of, it is GI, it is present in the Chennai. Yes, it is some 10 points ready ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಬೇಕು ಹಂಗಂಗೆ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ. It is you should never revise this content. It should be in your tips. Yes. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? Exactly ಹೌದು. It is a part of Kalyana Karnataka, or as simple as that 371G. ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಂಗೆ it is you need to get all the concept. It is content ready ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು. It is 371 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ how many states are a part of 371? Now 371J has been provided under, it is which constitutional amendment? It is as simple as that. It is okay alva. It is a 371J ಬಗ್ಗೆ. Now 371J has been brought in under which constitutional amendment? It is 98 Constitutional Amendment Act of which year? It is 2012-13 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. It is 2012-13. 12 ಅಲ್ಲಿ Act and came into effect in 2013. ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕೋ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. And the next one we call it as 371J includes major agi. It is Kalyana Karnataka region. Initially it was called as Hyderabad Karnataka region. It includes how many districts? It includes 7 districts. ಯಾವ್ದು 7 districts? It is 7 districts. On the top is Bihar, and to the south we call it as the Vijayanagaram district. Vijayanagaram district. Iga, it is first as Bihar, and the second one we call it as the Gulbarga. Adadmele, it is Yadgiri, followed by Koppal, followed by Raichur, followed by Bellary. Okay, alva? It is your item. It is okay, done. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Done. Yes, newly created one we call it as the Vijayanagaram by bifurcating from it is the Bellary inda. Okay, alva? Now highly important one, we are going for the by-elections also. It is by-elections at 3 important constituencies. One at Ramnagara, and the second one we call it as Sandurali. Now Sandur Sakat news tali ide. Sandurali, and the third one we call it as Shigaon. And Shigaon, it is present in where? It is present in, it is Haveri and Gadag region, where Basuraj Bommai was holding the post. Shigaon. Now he has resigned. Now his son Bharat Kumar it is Bharat Kumar is contesting from Shigaon, and Sandurinda nododadre it is the MP's wife is contesting, and Ramnagar it is highly a tough conflict between CP Yogeshwar and it is Nikhil. Yes, Gutirli Vela, it is Haveri, followed by it is Haveri and the Gadag region, and followed by it is Sanduru, it is Ballari Lidam, followed by Ramnagar, it is the Ramnagar district as such. Now, Sandur ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು uniqueness ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, now Sandur ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have observed, I can say the blooming of the which flower? It is the Neela Kurinji flower, highly important one. It is ಈ ತರ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ. It is ನಮಗೆ important ಇಲ್ಲ, but ಆದ್ರೂ you should search some information. It is as simple as that. We have, I can say, the Neela Kurinji. It is Neela Kurinji flower. Now, Neela Kurinji flower, it is also called as what? Endemic flower of Western Ghats. Endemic flower of Western Ghats. Majorly it is, I can say, grown in. Majorly which is grown in Illi. It is Western Ghats, Tamil Nadu or Nilgiri region. Nilgiri or region. Now recent agi, it is, I can say, IUCN status and the scheduled status has been upgraded because of conservation activities. It blooms once in how many years? It blooms once in 12 years. Done? Okay. This is about your, it is the 371. Now 371 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, what is 371? A, B, the C, D, E, F, the G, H, I and J. It is 371 talks about, it is Gujarat and Maharashtra. A talks about Nagaland. It is Assam, followed by Manipur, followed by D and D, it is AP and Telangana, followed by F talks about, it is Sikkim. G talks about, it is Arunachal, it is the Mizoram, it is Arunachal Pradesh, followed by I talks about Goa, it is J talks about, it is Karnataka. One example kelidiralva, it is the following. Yes, you should be thorough with respect to the, it is all the things. Clear alva? Yes. Okay. The next major important topic, we call it as the Central Asian Flyway. We call it as Central Asian Flyway. Now, sir, we have n number of flyways, alva. Why the Central Asian Flyway becomes important? We have n number of the flyways. Why only the Central Asian Flyway becomes important? Why? Because, observe this now. Observe this. We call it as North America, the South America. This is Asia, Africa. Oh, sorry, this is Europe. It is Africa, and this we call it as Asia, and that is Australia. Now, sir, now there are n number of, I can say, flyways. What do you mean flyways? In aeroplane fly ಆಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತಾ? It is nothing but the different migratory birds, they'll be flying. Now, why will they fly from one region to other? Why are they flying it? It is majorly to escape from the extreme climatic conditions. To escape from the extreme climatic conditions which we are facing at where? Which we are facing at, it is the Arctic region. So, Arctic alli tumba chali adaga, they'll fly to the, it is moderate regions, either to the, it is America, South America or Latin America, or to Europe or to Asia, Southern Europe, followed by either Asia, Southeast Asia, or it is Australia again. Okay, based on that, we have n number of the flyways, and the first important one here is the Pacific Americas, the Pacific American Flyway, and the second one we call it as the Mississippi Americas. Example keltare, Mississippi, it is present in where? It is USA or in North America, Adadmele Atlantic Americas. It is surrounded by Atlantic Ocean, followed by East Atlantic, to the east of Atlantic, nothing but the east and west connect ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದೇ organization we call it as ಯಾವುದು? It is NATO, it is North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Now to counter this NATO, we have established our own organization called as SCO. We have established an organization called as SCO, we call it as Shanghai Cooperation Organization. It is also called as Eastern NATO. ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ. And the second war, the next one, we call it as the Black Sea Mediterranean. The Black Sea and the Mediterranean Sea, we call it as a flyway. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ It is East African, West Asian, East African and West Asian flyway. Sir, this is major important one here is, the major important one here is, it is as simple as that, the Central Asian. Why Central Asian is important? Because India is present in where? Illi. India is present in example keltare. It is India is present in major age it is present in Central Asian, and Northeast India it is present in where? It is present in East Asian, followed by Australian, I can say flyway. But majorly it is our complete mainland, or the complete mainland excluding our northeast, which is found in the Central Asian flyway. Central Asian flyway. Is Central Asian flyway, it is not for aeroplanes or helicopters. Rather it is for the migratory birds. Migratory birds. Example kodtira migratory birds game. It is as simple as that. The major important one is the different floricans, and it is as simple as that Siberian cranes. The Siberian cranes, they'll be migrating from Arctic towards either South Asia or to Southeast Asia. Don't you think it is the right of the every country to conserve such migratory birds and their habitat? Yes or no? Adukoskara, India has come out with a strategy called as which strategy? It is India's initiative for conservation of the Central Asian flyway. Now India has come out with an initiative called as initiative for the conservation of Central Asian flyway. Now after the introduction of this initiative, our United Nations organization has inculcated this concept. Sir, yavudu United Nations organization which is involved in conservation of migratory birds andre, it is UN, it is CMS. It is also called as the Bonn Convention. It is also called as United Nations Convention on Migratory Species. Okay alva? Now this is the only initiative we have. Bonn Convention da kuda karitivi. It is also called as UNCMS. It is United Nations, the Convention on Migratory Species. Now this United Nations Migratory Species Convention has been inculcated by, this Convention on Migratory Species with respect to wild animals. Wild animals kelidira hoglidina CMS ಬಗ್ಗೆ. It is CMS is the only organization we have with respect to conservation of what? It is migratory birds, be it with respect to terrestrial migration, or it can be aquatic, or it can be avian. We have a single organization called as it is UN, that is the migratory species. Now this CMS has been, or this initiative has been supported by a NGO called as the BirdLife International. One bang on elladar ಬಗ್ಗೆ. It is, we'll discuss about CMS also, we'll discuss about BirdLife International also, we will discuss about this complete concept of India's initiative also. Okay along. This is about, now sir, what is this initiative talks about? Now, this initiative conserve madadukoskara and to protect this complete, I can say, the flyway, we have established an initiative called as the coordinating unit. We have established an unit called as the coordinating unit. Now this coordinating unit will be coordinating with the different countries for the conservation and protection of the species and its habitat. And will also be going for reduction of the impact which has been caused on the migratory species. Yes, this is about the complete initiative called as India's initiative. Now the next one, so what do you mean by, we call it as, it is CMS. Why CMS was in use? Now recent example keltare, it is the CMS, that is conservation of the migratory species. The convention was held in Delhi. It is Samarkand. Where is Samarkand? The Samarkand, it's in Uzbekistan. Recent February 2024 we had a summit called as the Conference of Parties Adanalakanedu. It is Conference of Parties 14 was held in where? Was held in Uzbekistan. That is the Samarkand. That is in Samarkand. This is about our news. And the next major important one, sir, what is this? What is the CMS? What is this? The Now already in the CMS alone, it is Convention on, I can say, migratory species with respect to wild animals. With respect to wild animals. When this has been established? It is 1979 only, but came into effect in. It is 1982-83 only. It is 1983 only. The second one, what type of body is this? What type of body is this? It is United Nations body. It is United Nations body. It has been established by. It has been established by UNEP. It is United Nations Environmental Program. United Nations Environmental Program, which has been established at where? Which has been established at Bonn only. Where is Bonn? It is in Germany. Adukoskara CMS is also called as the Bonn Convention. It is also called as the Bonn Convention. Exactly, it is. It is the Bonn Convention. Exactly, it is. Ashok, thank you. Okay, it is the Bonn Convention. Now the next major point one. It is what is the objective of this initiative? Objective enapa. It is the main objective here is the conservation protection of what? The convention talks about the conservation protection of the migratory animals. The migratory animals, which includes all the three. All the three. Which includes it is aquatic, terrestrial, and it is avian species are being conserved. Avian species are being conserved here. Now for the conservation, we have two appendixes. Three we have two. One we call it as Appendix 1 and Appendix 2. It is Appendix 1 and Appendix 2. Now what is Appendix 1 and what is Appendix 2? In Appendix 1 and Appendix 2 and it is Appendix 1 talks about, it is, I can say, the critically endangered species need to be conserved. So how can we stop this on the Kelidre? It is nothing but transferring of such animals from one region to the other region. It has been banned. It has been banned. We call it as Appendix 1. Appendix 2 and Appendix 2 talks about what? It is Appendix 2 talks about, it is in case if such animals are facing some form of danger, some form of threats, but they are facing some challenges. Now some challenges face Aktidaga, it is the duty of the range countries to protect such species. Ili we are not going for prohibition, rather we are going for what? The restriction. It is the regulation. We are going for regulation of such a species. We are going for regulation of the such a species. Okay, Alva. This is about our complete concept called as the COP14, the news, Samarkand news, Uzbekistan, and forward we have discussed about the Bonn Convention. It's also called as the CMS Convention, which has been established as a UN body. It is also called as Bonn Convention under UNEP. Now, where is the headquarters of UNEP? It is headquarters of UNEP. It is in Nairobi, and only UN body which is present in Africa here is a UNEP. The major objective of this UNEP here is the conservation of environment. Conservation of environment. Now, this UNEP has established an organization called as the CMS organization. Now, majorly for the conservation of the migratory animals. And this is the only organization we have with respect to conservation and protection of what? Conservation and protection of the migratory species. Examples which include the Siberian crane agirbodu, example which includes olive red turtle, example which includes the snow leopard, or it can be tigers, or it is a cheetahs, etc, etc, etc. It has been conserved by an organization called as the CMS. The CMS, yes, I have added some information also. And the next major point one, we call it as the BirdLife International. Now I said BirdLife International, it is an NGO. It is an NGO. Now this organization has been established in which year? This has been established in the year 1922. It has been established in the year 1922 as an organization called as NGO. As an NGO. Now where is this headquarters? BirdLife International. It is BirdLife International. It is present in UK. It is present in UK headquarters. It is in UK. And the next major point one, what are the initiatives of this BirdLife International? It is, they have the three major important, I can say, the functions. The first and the foremost one, it is they support evidences to declare, I can say, the migratory species of the birds as what? It's the birds under the IUCN red list. Now, related to the birds, who will provide an evidence? And that evidence is provided by, it is the BirdLife International. Nothing but official, the bird related status is being submitted by an organization called as BirdLife International. First one. The second major important one, what is their work anta kelidre, it is before submitting of that data, they'll maintain, I can say, they'll maintain an inventory of, it is the bird life, it is the bird areas, or it is as simple as that, important bird areas. The second major important one here is, it is they'll declare the different areas as important bird areas are declare ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾರು declare ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? It is by BirdLife International. And the third one, they release a magazine called as, we call it as quarterly magazine. Quarterly andre, it is quarterly years as simple as that. Once in, it is the 3 months. Once in 3 months, they release a magazine called as the World Bird Watch magazine. The World Bird Watch magazine has been released by an organization called as the BirdLife International. Yes, as simple as that. The 8 point. One we got as established in 1922, and the second one as an NGO, and the third one here is their main objective is conservation and protection of the birds across the region. And what is the uniqueness about this BirdLife International? The first and the foremost one, they'll declare important bird areas as important bird areas again. It is the important regions. And the next major important one, they'll support the initiatives of IUCN related to the birds. And the third major important one here is the quarterly report that has been provided, and that we call it as, it is the bird watch. The word bird watch. And all the related aspect related to birds is being handled by, it is being handled by this NGO called as, it is the BirdLife International. Okay, Alva, this is about the BirdLife International. Now one question. Okay, like I don't know, like where will I get the PPTs ante? Ell sigate? Portal alva? It is yav portal adu? It is Nammakpsc, goತ್ತು ನನಗೆ ಅದು. It is a test press. You will get it at test press. Okay alva? At Nammakpsc test press ali, one who have registered for the course, they'll be getting the PPTs, I think. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. It is for everyone? Okay. ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾಕೆ. Sunday MANTHAN 1 itself. Okay. It is available for everyone. Okay. If it is available for everyone, I'll only share. Okay. ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ ಈ ಮಾತು. Okay. That's the case, I can share also. Yes. Done. Okay. You will be available, or you will be getting it for free at test prep ante. ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ. I don't have that information. First class of Sunday MANTHAN. Okay. Then it is fine. Okay, I'll share. Oh, okay. Correct. If that. Okay. Oh, if that is the case, ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲೇ description upload ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಬಿಡಿ. Yes or no? If that is the case, I can upload here. Okay. No. Like I'll talk with the management, and I'll let you know in the next class. Okay, Alva. It is what the question is all about. It is, which of the following statement is that true? It is Central Asian Flyway is an initiative of India. Obviously yes. It is obviously yes. Based on the initiative only, our CMS as, I can say CMS as in ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. CMS has gone for inculcation of this project. And the second one, India will establish a coordinating unit. Across the region. Across the region, they will be coordinating, and they are going for what? The conservation and protection of the migratory birds or the migratory animals. It is the coordinating unit under the Central Asian Flyway. It is both are correct. Okay, alva true anta kelidare. It is both are correct. Okay na? Yes, easy one. See, at least ಈ question solve ಮಾಡೋ position ಇರಬೇಕು. ಯಾವುದು? ಇಲ್ಲ. It's a global, but initiative has been started by India, and ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ it has been inculcated at the world level also by CMS. ಅದನ್ನೇ ಹೇಳಿದಲ್ವ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. Observe this. It is India's initiative, and after this, United Nations has adopted the initiative of India for the conservation and protection of the Central Asian region. Yes. So I ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, directly I am picking the topics and questions ಆಗ್ತದೆ. But at least ಇಷ್ಟು ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ರೆ at least you will be in a position to solve some more questions. Okay, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. It is the next one, we call it as underwater structures have been renamed by India. It is underwater structures. ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಯಾವತ್ತಾದ್ರೂ underwater structures will be renamed anta. Now before understanding about underwater structures in Indian Ocean, we will discuss about what are the different underwater structures which are found in India, or I can say in Indian the ocean, or as simple as that, it is oceans in general. Oceans in general. Now with respect to any ocean will be having the topographical features. Now which all the topographical features which are present in the Indian Ocean in specific, and I can say the oceans in general. The first and the foremost one we call it as, this is our continent, correct alva? This is my continent. It is the continent, and the extension of continent into the ocean, we call it as, we call it as continental shelf. It is extension of the continent into the water, and if the water is filling the continental part, we call it as continental shelf. Nothing but base is, we call it as continent anta. The second one, if the continental shelf, if it is increasing its depth, depth increase ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ depth increase ಆಗಿ ಏನಂತೀವಿ ಇದನ್ನ? It is as simple as that, we call it as, it is continental slope. We call it as continental slope. Now one ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ rise ಆದ್ರೆ we call it as continental rise. We call it as the continental rise. Now deep depth ಆದ್ರೆ we call it as trenches. We call it as the trenches. Now why trenches are formed? Why trenches are formed? Because of convergence of oceanic and the continental shelf. Convergence. Now ಇಲ್ಲಿ convergence ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ರೆ there will be divergent here. Now if it is divergent between the plates, it leads to formation of what? It leads to formation of, it is ridges. We call it as ridges. And which ridges are formed? It is the mid-oceanic ridges are formed. Mid-oceanic ridges. Now if this mid-oceanic ridges, if they come outside the water, we call it as the volcanic islands. If this comes outside the water, orgade bandre, if it has been exposed to the, I can say, it is the surface, we call it as volcanic island. But ನೀರಲ್ಲೇ ಮುಳುಗಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? We call it as sea mounts. We call it as sea mount. Sea mount ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲಿ? It is mountain ತರ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. It is as simple as that. This we call it as mountains, peak ತರ. It is peak. Now ಇದೇನಾದ್ರೂ erosion ಆದ್ರೆ lead to formation of what? A flat like structure. The flat like structure we call it as guyards. As simple as that. Guyards andre, it is because of erosion, the flat like structure formed by, if it is in the form of mountains, we call it as the CLE mountains identa, the sea mounts. If it comes out, we call it as the volcanic island. What is the island? It is all sides surrounded by water, and the formation is because of volcanism. Because of what? It is magma outpouring. Magma outpour ಆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Automatically this leads to formation of lava. Yes or no? It is as simple as that. It is volcanic island is formed because of I can say the tectonic depression. Or because of a fracture region. It is because of the fracture region. Okay alva? Because of the region called as the fracture region. Exactly, yes. Okay alva? This is all about the first and the foremost one. Now sir, don't you think, be it any ocean, there will be n number of ridges, there will be n number of sea mounts, n number of trenches. n number of, I can say, n number of volcanic islands also. Now, don't you think we need to name that? We need to name that structures. Now, can I say that? Seamounts in Indian Ocean? Can I say that seamounts present near to India? Can I say that it is Gujarat which is present near to China? No. Don't you think we need to name such the structures? Like Mariana Trench anta, Javan Trench? Yes or no? Now, in the same manner, India has named, I can say, the topographies which are found in Indian Ocean. Sir, beredna na name madbodu andre? No. We won't be having much authority. But we can, I can say, the different topographies which are found on the surface or which are found at the depth of Indian Ocean. Yes or no? Now, even the initiatives we have, or India has, I can say, named such initiatives or named a few the topographies. But name madid takshana, it is ellaru accept madkota sir andre? No. That should be accepted by IHO. What's IHO? It is International Hydrographic Organization. International Hydrographic Organization ಅವರು accept ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ that will be applicable all over the world. Now ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ take an example of Chandrayaan 3. Now Chandrayaan 3 it is Shivshakti point anta ನಾವು propose ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. Now based on the proposal, even it is International Astronomical Union has accepted that. Now ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ we have n number of natural structures. Now based on the contributions which has been done by the rulers, which have been contributed by the different scientists, we are providing names for the different topographies. Now the topography names kottadmele, that will be verified by the IHO. We call it as International Hydrographical Organization, and based on that, if they accept it, automatically this will be applicable at the world level. Now adhe riti, now recent agi our Indian government has named few, I can say, it is the topographies based on Indian rulers and the scientists. Sir, ad yavdu sir anta kelidre yavdappa avella? It is the three, I can say, the newly named features. One we call it as the seamount. ಏನಪ್ಪ seamount andre? It is the mountain shape, that is in the form of peak. It is, if the ridges are in the form of peak like structure, we call it a seamount. Now seamount ಒಂದು 1000 ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ಆ 1000ಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಡಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? And ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ಹೆಸರು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it is Ashoka seamount. Ashoka a seamount. It is ನೋಡೋಣ, ಅಶೋಕರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. Ashoka seamount. And the second one we call it as it is ridge. ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನೋಡಿ ಒಂದು 1000 ridges ಇದಾವೆ. Now don't you think I need to provide, I can say, name for this ridge? And ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ ridge ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ it is the Chandragupta ridge, and the second one we call it as the Kalpataru ridge anta. Okay alva? It is Kalpataru ridge. Now this has been, I can say, named after the Indian rulers and the scientists, and this has been submitted to, it is both International Hydrographical Organization and UNESCO. And based on this approval, they'll be renaming what? They'll be renaming the different topographical features. Okay alva? It is about seamounts, is it clear? About ridges, is it clear? Now ridges are mid-oceanic ridges anta ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Now why we call this as mid-oceanic ridges? Why we call it as mid-oceanic ridges? ಏನಕ್ಕೆ mid? Why? I said this is a fracture zone, or it is also called as a weak zone anta. Okay alva? It is called as fracture, or it is also called as a weak zone. Now weak zone, at the same time the plates are moving away from each other. Now ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಈಗ? Nothing but as simple as that, magma will start to outpour. Now magma outpour ಆದಾಗ it will start to settle on both the sides. Yes or no? It is settling is happening at both the sides in a equal manner. It is as simple as that. The distance is what? The distance is equal. And this outpouring one we call it as the mid zone. Mid zone and the outpouring which is happening at oceanic ridges. Adukosara we call it as mid oceanic ridges. Now, sorry, mid oceanic ridges where can we observe the newly formed volcanoes and the oldest formed volcanoes? Is it near to the weak zone or farther from the weak zone? It is near to the weak zone. We call it as the new volcanoes. Whereas illadre, it is older. Example already question kelidare. It is the farther the distance, older the deposition. Near to the, I can say, weak zone, it is the recent formation. The formation. Exactly, yes. Arsha, thank you. Okay, I hope you guys are getting it. Okay, this is about the first and the foremost one. And the second major important one, before discussing about Indian, it is, or the International Hydrographical Organization and UNESCO ಬಗ್ಗೆ discuss ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ, we will discuss about little bit information about Ashoka and the second one about Chandragupta. Now the first and foremost one, Ashoka ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it is as simple as that. He belongs to which dynasty? It is Mauryas. It is Maurya dynasty, and the second one, he is considered to be what? The greatest ruler of the Mauryas, and it is the grandson of what? It is grandson of Chandragupta Maurya. It is the Chandragupta Maurya. And the fourth one, what are the different initiatives which has been taken up by, I can say, Ashoka? It is the first and foremost one. It is propagation of the Dhamma policies. It is non-violence and the coexistence policy. And the second one we call it as, it is Kalinga War. Adadmele, it is preaching of Buddhism. It is the Sri Lanka, Afghanistan and Central Asia also. Central Asia by the son and the daughter of Ashoka, we call it as Yarero. It is Sangamitra and it is Mahendra Anta. It is Sangamitra and Mahendra. Adadmele, during Ashoka, there was it is centralized, I can see, the centralized administration. There was an existence of the spy system also, and establishment of Sanchi, the Sanchi stupa also. It is establishment of the oldest stupa, we call it as the Sanchi stupa, which is present in where? Which is present in Madhya Pradesh. Now Sanchi ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಲ್ಲ, Sanchi ಏನು? It is the solar city, the city at the world level, the first solar city. And which is the first solar city in Karnataka? It is Yalla Martogi hangenge. It is Hospete and what? It is Hospete and the Bidar. It is Hospete and Bidar. What about UPLE? The first solar city, we call it as Ayodhya. Yella tapta pilvidi. It is Lucknowali. ಏನಪ್ಪ Lucknow important too. It is Lucknowali. We have a bank called as which bank? We have a bank called as a SIDBI, which is headquartered in Lucknow. Yes, Adadmal Lucknow is called as AI city also. AI a city. Yes, exactly. Then farther distance, older is the formation. And the next one we call it as the Chandragupta. It is Chandragupta ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ Chandragupta Maurya. First one we call it as founder of what? The founder of the Maurya dynasty. He has founded this with the help of Kautilya, or as simple as that, it is Chanakya, or it is Vishnu Sharma or Vishnu Gupta. Yes, Vishnu Gupta. And the second one we call it as Yenu. It is second one, he promoted Jainism and he achieved what? It is Sallekana Atili. It is ಹಾಸನಲ್ಲಿ at Shravanabeಳಗೊಳ. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? It is Shravanabeಳಗೊಳ. Now with respect to it is Hasan ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it is Hasan, it is ಸಖತ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಗೆ. It is not important. And the second major point one, it is the 42nd the World Heritage Site. 42nd World Heritage Site. In a World Heritage Site, we call it as Hoysala temples. Hoysala are temples. Now 3 Hoysala temples. Yadadu. It is as simple as that. It is Virupakshadiya. It is no. It is, we have 3 important temples. One we call it as, it is a Keshava temple and Channa Keshava temple, and the third one we call it as Hoysaleshwara temple. Hoysaleshwara temple illi location out where? It is Alebidoli. Channa Keshava temple at Belur, and the third one we call it as the Somnathpur. This is at where? This is at Mysore ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಇವೆರಡು ಹಾಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಸದ್ಯ ಹಾಸನಾಂಬ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ. Okay. Yes or no? This is about, I can say the news ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು. Okay. This is about our the Channa, or the, I can say as simple as that, the Chandragupta Maurya also. Now with respect to Jainism ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿ, and also it is ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, it is ಹಾಸನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ we have ಶ್ರವಣಬೆಳಗೊಳ. Now Shravanabeಳಗೊಳ is called as monolithic statue also. It is, we call it as the Shravanabeಳಗೊಳ. Now Shravanabeಳಗೊಳ, it is present in where? It is present in Hasan. And the second one we call it as, second one, this Shravanabeಳಗೊಳ we call it as the monolithic statue. Monolithic andre, it is single stone. ಒಂದೇ ಕಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆತ್ತನೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ? It is ಗಾರೆ ಕೆಲಸದವರು ಅವ್ರು ಕೆತ್ತನೆ ಮಾಡೋರು ಯಾರು? It is by Chaundaraya. It is Chaundaraya. This Chaundaraya belongs to which dynasty? It is dynasty, we call it as the Gangas. Now which is the capital of Gangas? The Gangas do, it is headquarters yavdu? It is Talkaveri alva or Talkadu alva, Kolar alva. It is as simple as that. It is Kolar, adadmele Kodugu also, or it is the Talkadu. Okay alva? Yes, gothirli. Done. Okay, philosophy. Oh, what is the philosophy of a philosophical wonder of Karnataka also? Exactly how do? It is Shravanabeಳಗೊಳ is called as, recently it is 8 wonders ali, it is one of the, it is wonder of Karnataka, we call it as the philosophical wonder. The philosophical wonder of the Karnataka. Yes, gothirli. And while discussing about Shravanabeಳಗೊಳ, you should also know about Mangi Tungi. Now Mangi Tungi ali we have what? We have the largest monolithic statue. It is the largest. Ivaga Shravanabeಳಗೊಳ has lost the status being the largest. Whereas it is present in Mangi Tungi. Mangi Tungi ali ide. It is Maharashtra. It is dedicated to, it is a Jainism, the founder or the first, the Jina, we call it as, it is Rishabhanatha. We call it as Rishabhanathange, or I can say the founder or the first, the Jina. It is established at Mangi Tungi, the beautiful place. But visit ಮಾಡಿ near to Pune, it is ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. Okay ಅಲ್ವಾ? Exactly, yes. It is Talkadu, the philosophical wonder, the Mangi Tungi, Maharashtra. Exactly how do? Yes. The Somnathpur, we have discussed about the Belur, Halebeedu and Somnathpur. Somnathpur, it is present in Mysore ali. Exactly, yes. Yes. Okay, alva. This is about our, as simple as that. It is about the aspects of, it is naming of, and the next major important one, we call it as, it is International Hydrographical Organization. Now this International Hydrographical Organization, yavaga establish madidare? It has been established in the year 1921 ali. It has been established in the year 1920. It is one ali. Where is the headquarters? Highly important one. It is headquartered in Monaco, the second smallest country in the world. First ಯಾವ್ದಪ್ಪ? It is Vatican City. First is Vatican, and the second one we call it as Monaco. Both are present in where? Both are present in Southern Europe. Southern Europe, it is highly important one, borders with a sea called as the Mediterranean Sea. Both countries, this Vatican, it is present in Italy, whereas Monaco, it is present in France. It is present in France, and the smallest country, only 8 kilometers. It is 2 kilometers circumference. And the third major important one, what is the objective of this? What is the objective of this? The main objective of this organization here is, it is the surveying of the seas and the oceans. The surveying of the seas and the oceans are being done by, it is International Hydrographic Organization. And the most important uniqueness here is, it is a intergovernmental organization. Be cautious here. It is uniqueness ಏನು sir andre? It is intergovernmental. Intergovernmental andre ಏನು? It is government to government talks will happen. It is intergovernmental organization, and the secretariat or headquarters is in Monaco. And the next one we call it as, it is established yavaga sir andre? It is in the year 1921 ಅಲ್ಲಿ. 1921. It's an intergovernmental organization. It is the second smallest and the first ಕೂಡ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ. Done. Sir, Monaco ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೋಡಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, it is various Monaco. Observe this. It is Monaco. I said, it is, I can say it is in a country called as, it is to south of France. Location, it is to south of France. And the second one it borders with which ocean? It is Mediterranean Sea, which borders with Mediterranean Sea. And the third major important one, it is considered to be, it is considered to be the second smallest country after Vatican. And a major important second one we call it as, we have a constitutional monarchy. We have constitutional monarchy. What is constitutional monarchy? It is simple as that, like the UK. Like the UK government prakara, it is, we have a constitutional monarchy, nothing but hereditary post. It is as simple as that, hereditary post. This is about Monaco also. Now, before going to our UNESCO part, we'll discuss a little bit about France. And we'll discuss a little bit about Italy. Okay, alva? Now, with respect to our France ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, ಏನೇನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದು ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್? Which all aspects the France was in news? It is as simple as that. It is why France was in news. What are the headquarters or what is the capital of France? It is Paris, first one. And the second one, Paris ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಾ? It is Olympics 2024. Soccer conflict ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ. It is the France was in news. And the third one, it is the Paris, the climate agreement in the year 2015, followed by ISA. It is International Solar Alliance, followed by, it is recent agi we have launched a UPI. It is Unified Payment Interface. Idadmele, it is on the 75 years of our Republic Day celebration. Who was the chief guest? It is the Emmanuel Macron was the chief guest. Now, Paris ali, we have an organization called as Interpol. It is present in where? It is Lyon ali. Sorry, it is Interpol. It is present in where? It is Interpol. It is present in, it is Lyon. Where is Lyon? Again, it's in France. France. Now, Paris ali recent agi, it is Paris ali, which organization is there? It is UNESCO. Is it in Paris or in Italy? It is correct, alva. It is, we have an organization called as UNESCO. Okay, alva. That's about the France. And the next one we call it as Italy. Next one is Italy. Now, what is the capital of Italy? It is capital is Rome. And the second one, Italy, it is G7. the 50th anniversary, the G7 50th anniversary has been hosted by Yaru. It has been hosted by Italy, and 19th of this month, 19th of this month, this Italy has hosted the first defense ministers. The first defense minister meeting has been hosted by again Italy Doru. Defense ministries of G7. It has been again hosted by Italy. Adadmele Italy FAO ide. It is FAO. It is FAO. Yaವಾಗ establish ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು? It is 1940. It is 1946 ಅಲ್ಲಿ October 16th we have established the Food and Agricultural Organization. A Food and Agricultural Organization. Now he said it is Italy has exited from what? Exited from BRI. They have joined an organization called as IMEC Corridor. IMEC a corridor. Okay alva? Idu bittu it is Mount Etna volcano. We call it as Mount Etna volcano. Yes, Mount Etna. Okay alva? Yes, we have seen. Okay alva? This is all about our Italy part. It is all about our Italy part. Exactly, yes. The Rome, Paris, Olympics item, yella we have seen. Done. Okay alva? This is all about our Monaco, and we have discussed about the France, and we also discussed about, you can see, we call it as, it is Italy also. And the next one we call it as, little bit information about UNESCO. Now UNESCO ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, the first and the foremost one, UNESCO, when it has been established, it is in the year 1945, working under which organization? It is United Nations ECOSOC as a specialized organ. It is working as a specialized organ, in the field of it is education, the scientific and cultural organization. In the field of education, the scientific and the cultural organization. Headquarters ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ? Headquarters, it's in Paris. ಇವತ್ತು ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, it's in France. Is India a member of this? Obviously, howdu. Now recent ಆಗಿ ಏನಕ್ಕಪ್ಪ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇತ್ತು? Why this was in news? ಬೇಬೇನೆ recent ಆಗಿ it is UNESCO's the 43rd the World Heritage Site has been accepted, or which has been, it is I can see it is UNESCO's the general meeting took place at Delhi. It is India Delhi, highly important one. The general meeting of UNESCO's which has been held at India. Now India Delhi we have declared 43rd one, we call it as, it is Ahom Moidam. It is Ahom the Moidam. Exactly, yes. The Ahom the Moidam has been declared as what? Now what is Ahom andre really? It is Ahom is the dynasty which fought against the Mughal rule, for the expansion of Mughals into northeast. What do you mean by Moidam? It is burial ground. Moidam is nothing but what? It is the burial ground. Okay alva? The burial ground. Yes. Innu ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅಸ್ಸಾಂ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ, it is ಅಸ್ಸಾಂ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ information. It is Assam. Now first understand here, it is 43rd as what? 43rd as it is Ahom Moidam, and you should also know about Lachit Borphukan. It is who was the general during this period, who stopped the expansion of, I can say, the Mughals into northeast. It is who stopped here is, it is military general, we call it as, yarappa military general, we call it as Lachit Borphukan. Lachit Borphukan statue has also been established at where? established at Assam only. And the next one, we call it as Assam again. What is the capital of Assam? It is, be cautious here, it is a dispute. And what is the uniqueness about Assam? What is the uniqueness about Assam? Now, the first state to go for NRC, recent agi, it is Supreme Court has accepted what? It is accepted Assam Accord. It is Assam Accord. It is section 6A. Section 6A. No, another bagi bekidram. It is the next one, which is the national or which is the state animal of Assam. It is the national or the state aquatic animal of it is Assam. Here is the Gangetic dolphin. Gangetic, the dolphin. And next one Assam again. It is the Kaziranga National Park. It is famous for what? It is famous for one-horned rhino. One-horned rhino. Okay, alva? One-horned rhino. Exactly, it is one-horned rhino. It is nothing but in Kaziranga National Park. For the first time, they have used what? Satellite phones. They have used satellite phones. Satellite phones are being used for the first time. And in Kaziranga National Park, we have seen it is albumin tigers. Albumin tigers kelidira. It is white tiger. It is white tiger. We call it as Kazi tiger santa. It is the Kazi tigers. And the next major important one, it is Assam Nemu. Kelidira. Assam Nemu has got it is GI tag. Which is that Nemu? It is Kazi Nemu anta. It is the Assam. It is lemon has got. It is GI tag. GI tag. Now, highest number of, I can say, one-horned rhino, it is present in Kaziranga. With respect to density wise, it is Phobiotra. It is the Phobiotra has highest density. And we had it is a vision called as Vision 2020. Doubling of one-horned rhinos. What is the IUCN status of one-horned rhino? It is vulnerable. It is vulnerable. It is Kazi Nemu, exactly, yes, Kazi Nemu. Albumin tigers, exactly, Bartidivi. Albumin tigers, Kazi Nemu, exactly, Haudu. It is lemon, the first one to get the status. Now, we Karnataka kuda Nemu ge status kotidivi. It is from which state? It is Vijaypuranda. Which is that Nemu? It is the first is from Assam, and recently second one it is from Karnataka. We have given the status that is from Vijaypuranda. Okay, alva? That is from Vijaypura. We have got the GI status, and we have discussed about GI status also. Idu bittu Assam again. It is the Majuli Island. It is Majuli Island. Majuli Island andre nili. It is the largest island. It is Yatra Island idu. It is Riverine Island. Correct alva? It is Riverine Island. Largest Riverine Island. Adadmele it is the Kamakya temple. It is famous for what? It is the Kamakya temple. It is Ambucha Mela. It is Ambucha Mela temple. It is the only temple in the world where it is menstruation has been. It is worship. Menstruation has been worship. Adadmele Shankara Deva. It is Neo Vaishnavism. Kelidira. It is Shankar Deva. It is Shankar Deva. It is, I can see, the Neo Vaishnavism. Neo Vaishnavism. They are majorly famous for what? It is Satriya dance. Satriya, a dance, the largest or the river which flows through Assam here is, it is Brahmaputra, and the major important, the national park here is the Manas, and recent agi, it is, I can say recent agi Ulangpur, it is Ulangpur, inega Ulangpur famous so, it is Gibbon Sanctuary, Ulangpur Gibbon, the sanctuary again it has been established at where? It is again at Assam only. It is Ulangpur, Satria, largest river and dance, the Kazi Nemo, exactly noted the Bobiotra also done. Yes. Okay, alva. Done. Idu bittu. Okay, alva. Yes. This is all for today. And from next week, we'll start with respect to the places in use. Okay, alva. Done. We have ended our complete the chapter called as, that is we call it as geography part. From next class we can discuss about the places in news. Done. Okay alva. Some 50-60 topics discuss ಮಾಡಿದೀವಾ? Yes. Okay. At least under 50-60 we have discussed. Do revise the content. Okay, Bijan page ತಿರುಗಿಸ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ನೆನಪಿದೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿ at least some information. Yes. Done. Okay. Is there any doubts? Both online, offline? Now online, before leaving, just leave a like and comment. Okay, alva. Ishta ansidre, just give a comment, or else it's okay. Yes, ishta agide anta bhavistha idini. Okay, alva. Yes, thank you, and see you all next week. And advance Deepavali also. Okay, alva. Yes. Yes, thank you, the Messi, thank you, the Ashok, thank you. Okay, before leaving, just leave a like and just comment. Okay, yes. Done. Yes, Natasha, thank you. Deepak, thank you. Kavita, thank you. Kavita, thank you very much. Okay. See you all next week.